the pandemic pushed mental health like Charlamagne was just ahead of the curve.
We are not selling the Brooklyn Bridge. You cannot buy that from
Oh my God, you cannot buy the Statue of Liberty.
You could tell that worked in HR, like he was that type of He's
Right.
an HR ass nigga,
Yeah,
man.
HR ass,
Hey,
bro.
you-
Out of here,
yeah,
nigga.
man.
You never heard a white man talk like this, have you?
But have y'all been seeing the LeVar balls on Vlad?
Today.
Those shits are fire,
This ball is a black legend.
bro. It's a really good podcast with
It's
Offset.
a really good podcast.
That's the name of it.
Oh, okay. This might have solved one of the biggest mysteries in all of
In
hip hop history.
Well, I hope Joe just keeps interviewing people and not releasing the because that was really one of the
Not
biggest.
even recorded.
Low key, Adam 22 got a little Joe Budden in him in terms of like they say Joe Budden like to ruin shit. Things are going good.
Well, people, welcome back. Welcome back to another installment of Homeroom University, the podcast where we talk about people more successful than us than what we
All
do.
the time.
I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
Justin Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
Yeah, it was real funny because this is an improv intro.
Yeah,
There's imaginary bills.
We a little fucked up right now.
yeah,
Explain the situation.
Yeah, so white man on the boards, aka Lauren, he's gone right now. He's traveling, or he's traveled. You know, he's doing some.
He's
We don't
getting
wanna
money,
give
man.
away-
He's getting money.
He's
He's staying
getting money.
hydrated.
He's
He's drinking
getting-
his water and shit.
We
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
give
yeah.
away his location, but he's
Right.
probably at a Bucky's gas station.
Yeah.
right. So he's gone.
Some purple
so
stuff
we
in
had to do
his
some
hand.
improv. You know, that's why the setup is looking the way it's looking, so that we
Yeah.
can take notes, navigate, and
So we can
the show keeps continuing.
continue the show.
It'd be easier if Lauren was here, but you know, we got to do what we got to do when he's out of town. You know what I'm saying?
man. Shop, man. Pray for Lauren, man, while he gone, man.
Hell yeah.
Wish him good luck.
Yeah, we got to prove we can swim without a life vest.
Yeah, I was
Right.
about to say, without our white man, it's going to be difficult, but, you know, we're going to make it work.
But yeah,
But thank you for watching. If you haven't already, like the video. Do all your due diligence. You
and
know what I
follow
mean?
us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
And thank you for
Please.
everybody who's, you know, just been supporting. You know, hopefully y'all having a good week, you know.
Yeah, make sure if you're listening to this at work, you're listening to this in the car, you know what I'm saying? Turn
Like-
it on, share it with your friends, flip the screen around,
And
you know?
follow us on Spotify if you haven't already.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
YouTube is
all-
not the only way to listen to this podcast.
Right.
We
And
have,
you
an
have Spotify,
Instagram,
yeah,
a
thank you.
Twitter,
Apple Podcasts, nigga, Google Play, all that.
Patreon.
Media, fucking plethora of different forms
Facts.
and mediums to listen to us, you know, so make sure y'all check that out, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. So,
We'll be on Rumble next month.
right.
We get too many copyright
We finna
strikes.
start streaming on Kick.
Yeah, we're not going to bring that up just yet, though. We're going to wait on
We
that.
get too many infringements.
Gotta keep it hush hush.
Yeah, we gotta save
Pusha
that
T
one.
say.
But you know, we're gonna get it started. I think we're gonna start with Larry Elder again, because he's popped up once again because he just won't go away. So
Yeah, this is weird. We got to do it in our heads.
yeah, so long story short, we're about
Maybe
to get
somebody should say it.
yeah, we're about to get into the Larry Elder clip. But right now, because Lauren's not here, we don't have the school bell. I have to add it in post.
Yeah.
So we're doing an imaginary fake pause right now, which is kind of crazy. So
yeah.
Larry Elder went to. First of all, Larry Elder popped back up again. He won't go away because he still has not been selected as like a Republican choice to even like be a part of anything.
He's not a respected candidate.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
nah.
not a candidate. You know what I'm saying? So he popped up, and I actually found out what Van Lathan does, which I didn't know for the longest.
What he does, like, for work?
Well, yeah, because, you know, ever since Van left, honestly, I don't even know if this is what he does for work, but, you know, ever since he left TMZ, Van is like the black guy that'll pop up at any podcast.
Like, his lifestyle is strange, right?
He has a strange life. He's like he's a welcome guest podcast nomad anywhere, and I'm never upset when he's there. You know
Because
what I'm
he's
saying?
always knowledgeable when he's a true journalist.
He's always knowledgeable. He's a true journalist. It's always good. Like,
Black enough.
I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just strange because I'm like, where am I supposed to actually find you every week? You know what I'm saying? Where's your home?
The nigga is like Yoda. Like, he comes in, gives you hella advice.
Drops crazy
and
gems.
just leaves.
It just dips, bro. It just dips, dog.
Yeah.
It's just like, so it's weird. And I was like, I feel like we brought him up quickly because I was like, what does Van do? And none of us even brought it up. But long story short, I found out Van has a podcast, and it's called...
Which makes perfect sense. He's just not a great self-promoter.
Yeah, I would say that for sure. Because I done seen Van way too many times to not know the name of his podcast was Higher Learning. You know what I'm saying? Higher Learning, which the name is valid.
Who's his co-host? Who's
his co-host?
young black queen?
His co-host is Rachel Lindsay. So shout out to her. So
That's 2 white girl names.
right, yeah, which is kind of funny. So yeah, Larry Elder joins the show. He pops up over there, and it doesn't have to be said, but it's gonna be. It needs to be said. Like the whole Larry Elder thing with the Breakfast Club.
Oh,
He only watched the Breakfast Club because how the Breakfast Club received and reacted to him.
they was drinking one of these
You know what I'm
Modelo's.
saying?
It was a little tipsy.
And the fact that he stayed on his pivot, even though they were like doing too much attacking. Larry Elder, which was proved in this episode, you can give him all the rope he needs. He'll hang himself. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to get him with a gotcha. You can just hang he'll hang himself every time. So
But the thing is, Van Lathan also brought up great points.
he also is more he's also more knowledgeable as well.
A lot
so
more
I'm
educated.
I don't want to minimize that either. You know what I'm saying? That is another good point.
There
But
was genuine pushback and critique that he can't actually. You have to have data and statistics to
to
back it
even
up.
be able to have these conversations.
You can't just be, hey, you an angry black woman.
Right, yeah.
Play that card.
Right.
Why are you talking about Charlamagne like that?
It was a good one.
You talked, and was it like because I didn't get to watch the full thing?
Yeah.
Was it almost like he?
I stopped watching it because this nigga Larry Elder is out of control. This nigga is out of control. Larry Elder is legit crazy. Like,
And I was talking in the car, man. We was talking. I was like, this nigga can't be president for one reason.
Why?
His orientation.
yeah,
It's just not there,
bro.
His like the way he presents himself, like it's no
yeah.
value. I feel like it's no value in his
And
words.
there's a lot of
It's fluff.
There's a lot of deriding too. That is one thing about like Republican candidates that like always throws me off.
Yeah.
It's like they still on Trump's nuts. Like
Yeah.
they're on their presidential run, but talking about how I was a really big Trump guy. It's like, nigga, this nigga is running right now. Why are you shouting him out? You should be trying to get us to vote for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
but it's them trying to leech and attach themselves to that.
and it's weird though because it's like you're not supposed to do that. Well, I mean,
You're supposed to be promoting
presidents
yourself.
do that though, but
They do, but you're on a campaign for
it's
yourself,
just
though.
it's a little crazy when like people who aren't Trump are talking about some MAGA. Like MAGA is Trump words. Like that's like
I only want to hear MAGA information through Trump.
that's like Randy Orton doing the people's elbow. Like nigga,
Yes.
that's the Rock's move.
Yeah, bro.
Like, why
you can respect
I
it,
just-
and we
yeah.
respect you respecting it, but
yeah,
relax.
you
know
doing
what I'm
another
saying?
nigga move.
Yeah, bro. So it's
Yeah.
like
You wearing John Cena shorts.
that's so he was right.
You wearing his Jordans, nigga.
Yeah, with the fucking chain. No, he had the Reebok pumps.
Yeah, not even yeah.
John Cena was crazy.
Mastermind.
But bruh, I actually didn't finish the interview as much as I wanted to because Larry Elder was getting on my nerves so much.
We heard 5 minutes in the car. Nah,
Yeah, yo, because
Why?
And it's funny because Van helped us. He level set who Larry Elder was in the very beginning. Larry Elder wouldn't even admit that he enjoys black people or he has a special place in his heart for black people. He literally wouldn't even admit that. I was like, okay, so I know exactly who I'm dealing with now.
it's a little Uncle Ruckus. Like
Really? No, legit.
The first point I heard was him talking about how like he's trying to portray like he's trying to help black people. Like
Right.
he was like, we need to talk about how there are black fathers
Not in the home
Yeah,
and
not in the home, and
pretty
like,
much
things
these
of
old
this nature.
like points that we've heard before. You
I'm like,
know,
nigga, what are you
black
talking
women
about?
chose the system or the government over having a man in the
like
home.
they chose welfare and decided
Exactly,
to
yeah.
put the black man at odds with the system. Like, nigga,
Right, and it's
what?
like all the factual things that he's saying, all that's right, and that's like but just like about the welfares and all that shit and acts and stuff like that.
You see-
but he's got a little bit of twist of his own opinion in there as well too. But
You see, I just started a new venture. You know, I've been
Okay.
cold calling lately, and
Okay.
what it seems, right, AJ, the nigga's script is faulty.
It
Right?
is. No, it
his
for sure is.
Like his hook, the shit is fucked up.
it's bad.
Like he
It's
can't.
bad.
I don't feel like he's talking to me.
You're
you know
not.
what I mean?
The Republicans ain't even fucking with you. That's
Yeah.
just number one. But I do enjoy that. Like,
Is it harder to be a black Republican? I know I cut you off, but
No, you're good.
Is it harder to be a black Republican though?
I think so. I'm not a black Republican, so
Coming from like,
But it seems like yes, black Republicans have it a little bit harder.
we got to get
And
that
then
tone.
and then the ones that also are open black Republicans, it seems like
Yeah.
the ones who are openly black Republican, they're the type of niggas that you don't want to be around anyway. So
Because
they have
they're-
a double whammy. It's like being light skinned. You're
It's a
not black.
double-edged
You're not black enough for the black folks, but you're not white enough for the white folks.
That's only with certain light skins.
That's only with certain light skins for sure. But I'm talking about being a black Republican.
Yeah.
It's like they're dealing with the fucking logic struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what Stove guy say? He was like, I was too black for my white cousins. I was selling white with my black cousins. Trap
Exact-
jumping.
Yeah. Facts. So the nigga Larry Elder, bro. Van started off immediately and was like,
I want to sell some crack now. I want to sell crack right
shit,
now.
that
nigga.
shit do hit.
We need a bell for that.
Yeah.
But nah, it's seriously though, like it's a tricky game.
Yeah, so when like Van started it off with that, but you have a special place for black folks, right? And then he
It's
was like,
very interesting how he tried to steer it because I noticed what you was about to bring up.
Yeah.
It's like he set it up for him and he was like, but why? Prove it now.
no,
Yeah.
not even that. But he was just like, when he asked him, do you like black people? Or do you have a special place in your heart for black folks? He was like, I love all people. It's like asking a black person, do you like Black Lives Matter? And it's the all lives. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He was like, one thing we all three have in common, we all have a special place for black people in our hearts. He was
I
like,
like
what
that.
do you love about black people?
Yeah, I like
It's like
that.
I like the setup because it's like,
I
nigga,
did.
I'm trying to get you without getting you.
Bruh, this setup and the answer to the setup had me hating Larry Elder the whole interview.
Yeah.
I was like, so that's why it was like masterful. I was like,
That was the first question.
that was the first question. They set the tone so quickly. And then after a while, I'm like, I'm just tired of watching this nigga's mouth move. Like everything about him is just getting on my
And
nerves.
the nigga got a perm, right?
He got something.
His hair
going
is a
on.
little like slickish, right?
He's got that the
Ounce.
old school I comb backwards.
He may
about
have
to say,
Cherokee
You know what
in
I'm
his
saying?
family.
Yeah.
Ain't no naps in there.
But we
nigga.
seen his wife
Not
though.
in-
You know what I'm saying? It's like he's really living that. He's really living that. We
Yeah.
saw his wife.
What is his wife?
Larry Elder's wife. You don't remember what she
Nah,
looked
I haven't
like?
seen her.
Come
I've
on.
just
We
seen-
no, we
Tony.
watched her. We all looked at her together.
Oh, well, you the functioning white man for today. Let's
Yeah.
Google it.
I don't know. Tony, guess.
Handsome white woman. Kind of accurate. She's like the belle of the ball.
She definitely has like an American dad chin, Stan's chin.
They
look-
both look terrifying.
Bro, she just looks American as a motherfucker though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Blonde hair, blue eyes.
He literally found the whitest girl you could possibly find.
Exactly. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
That's like, that kind of look like
Why
Coco and Iced Tea.
Why did he look lighter when he was on Van Lathan? Like the nigga looked dark in these photos.
He does. He's outside more.
You know, black people are whatever
Whoa.
the light is.
Yo, what if he's just, you know,
He doesn't have a presidential face. But long story short, Larry Elder.
the nigga looked like OJ.
Larry
he never become
Elder
the
got
president.
washed by Van, and I was trying to stick into it because I watched the pre-show. Because when you click on that YouTube video, the Van's podcast, it was like them, just like, you know, it was a podcast at first.
Yeah.
For like the first 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, him and his co-host.
Him and his co-host just chopping it up, catching up, just podcast conversation, and then it jumped into the interview. So he did say that Lindsay kind of spazzed out on him. Was that her name? Rachel Lindsay.
Rachel Lindsay.
Rachel Lindsay
yeah.
kind of spazzed out on Larry Elder, so I was trying to stick around for that, but I never got to see it because I couldn't get through Larry Elder. It was too much.
And like her spaz, it's not like Charlamagne's girl spaz, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not a sickum. It's more like a bark from the porch.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So that's why I figured if it was iconic enough, it would have probably been viral by now. So I was like, since I didn't see the clip and I just kind of found this naturally, we'll call it a day.
Shit
type
didn't hit the
shit.
front page.
It's
Yeah.
funny that you can always tell how black somebody thinks they are by their facial expressions. Like, you can look dead into his face and just see that he doesn't associate with nothing nigga.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. He can't stand bro. The sentiment I got, he hates niggas, bro.
But
He
you got,
legit hates
man.
niggas.
You got to understand, man, as a black Republican candidate for
he's not even a
presidency.
candidate. But he's
Potential, you know, striving to.
runner, whatever. Yeah.
He's a runner-up. He's red shirt right now.
He's a
But you know he's
hopeful.
gonna play eventually. He's red shirt. But like,
Ain't nobody give him no PT.
can you? Is it hard to say I love black people? You know what I mean? Like, why?
He made it seem like it was damn near impossible. He had to say, "I love all people."
Yeah.
He refused to say, "I love black." I have a special place in my heart.
I have a special place in my heart.
There's
Well, no,
something
no,
I feel like
about-
we're moving past that too fast.
It's
Like,
something about black people who become conservatives. They feel like they have to overcompensate for it.
Yeah.
They have to disassociate with black people. So it's like,
Right.
I don't, because he's not really thinking about how he feels. He's thinking about the white people watching him.
Yeah.
But that's also another good point that I'm glad Van brought up is that Larry Elders, like you were saying, his script is fucked. If you're out here running for president, you're a Republican. Black people only make up like 13% of the population. Why the fuck is your front runner to fix black communities? We don't even need our vote. You know what I'm saying?
And
you need everybody else's vote.
The president, like that whole system, politics, it's just a numbers game.
Right.
So a lot of the times, these niggas not even thinking for real. They just following the numbers.
They're
like,
just doing
where
shit.
am I going? What date? Who's going to be there? Like, what's the numbers?
They're just doing shit. Because I'm like, if I'm a Republican, I'm a fucking poor white trash Republican, or I'm a rich Republican, and you get up
with
here,
his auntie?
yeah, and you,
Yeah.
and you get up here and you're talking about, I'm supposed to consider you as a Republican or a runner, a possible president, and you tell me what you're pushing is black families. I don't give a fuck about that, nigga.
It's
Talk
like-
about these taxes,
or
nigga.
at
You know what I'm
least,
saying?
like,
Should you care about black families?
Or
as a white person who doesn't deal with black people, no. For what?
You're right.
You have nothing
no,
to do
it's
with
not
me.
that they don't. It's not that like all of them don't care. It's just like right now. Like
Right.
I don't care right now. Like
Who
let's
the
talk about some.
And
Can
on
we
top of
worry
that-
about black families when I'm economically stable?
Like,
And
get
on
some
top of
food
that,
stamps.
and on top of that, bro, rebuilding family structure.
Yeah.
that is not a presidential. That is not a presidential
That's
running
not
thing,
his-
nigga. I need to hear about taxes. I need to hear about keeping us safe.
It's
I need
not
to
the-
hear about. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like
the weird thing. It's not the president's job to like rebuild families.
right.
Like even if he is black.
But like you can put things in order that could help people rebuild
Exactly.
families. But like you campaigning on this, nigga, you're not a relationship counselor. You're
Yeah.
running for president.
But to play Dr. Umar Johnson advocate, if the government and the presidents have made decisions that ruin the black family unit, isn't it
Yeah.
their job to fix it now?
That's true. Okay, you got a good point there. And that point, it still stands, but that's a sub point to everything else.
Yeah.
Border security,
It's not top
immigrant.
priority. You
It's
worried about
not.
these Mexicans.
I'm not
You
worried
ain't
about.
worried about the single black mothers.
I'm not. But long story short, this is what I'll say.
I don't know.
I'd rather watch.
Aliens.
I'll go to Kevin Samuels to hear about the black family structure than a nigga running for president. I don't give a fuck about you talking about the black family structure if you're running for president.
Yeah, I don't even care about that shit. Like I'm old. I'm old enough to where it's like, nigga, like I need, like talk about some life shit. Like
Right,
what's up with
bruh.
these taxes, nigga?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we gonna do about these aliens?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like what
Border
are we gonna
patrol.
do?
You
The
want your gun, right?
Mexicans.
Yeah,
You a conservative.
a little bit.
He's a Hodge twin.
But nah, it's just
Most black folks are.
it's more. It's just serious shit to be talking about than
It's
like.
what, the black family structure. But you know what I just thought about?
But
What's the
we-
most-
there's a caveat which I feel like we're not talking about.
Go
He
ahead.
was talking to Van Lathan.
That's true.
When we need to look up an interview when he's talking to a white man and what questions the white man is asking.
You're
Actually,
right.
that is a good point. Actually,
You're right,
We've
because-
only seen him talk to black people,
Which,
he-
which you know,
but at the same time, shit, the nigga makes it seem. Actually, he might change why he's running to every It might change every platform. Actually, so
are niggas bad interviewers?
No, you can't generalize.
We have to watch a white
Van
man
Lathan
talk.
just gave him a great
wait.
interview.
Hold up. Yeah, but it was terrible. Like because of Larry though.
Because of
Yeah.
Larry, because
But
that's
yeah,
he's a politician. There's
Right,
only so
right.
much you could do with that. You did that before.
Yeah, most politicians are like, well, not terrible. They can be. You're not going nowhere fast, but you
Mm-hmm.
can still make it entertaining.
Because the answers are so much more long and drawn
Yeah.
out to
Yeah.
where at a certain point we're not talking about anything anymore.
And at all.
We
At all.
went
So-
from what I asked you to what you care about.
Yeah, so I might as well because when I interviewed that guy running for mayor, Truth for mayor, I was like,
It's a bad name.
there was definitely some
Drug dealer name.
there was definitely some points where I was just like,
Stripper name.
I might just talk about some regular shit because these talking points are way too thought out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
Oh, his?
yeah, like all the politicians gonna give you the same jargon. You know what I'm saying?
And
Were
Like,
you stunned at a certain point where you just like, I don't even know how to follow that up?
I wasn't stunned. I think I did good because it was like if he gave me the ring around the rosy, I'd be like, so essentially, this is what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I have
You
me,
would deduce it down.
Yeah, I deduced pretty much most of the points down, even though you gave me the drawn out. I'm like, okay, so this is a data gathering. You know, I did my part in terms of just laying it out in simplification.
Yeah.
Decoding it, but outside of that, I was like, I don't want to keep doing that. We might as well just talk about some regular shit.
Man,
nigga.
I could.
What do you and your family like to do?
Calves of the wolves.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like I gotta have a kid before I try to interview a politician. Like the fuck, I'm interviewing a politician for.
It's interesting too, because like
Depends on
I've-
his allegations.
I've used them for and I've used them
crack.
for because I don't know that much about like politics and stuff like that, but like I kind of use it as like
What was you talking to him about?
I was just asking him questions about shit.
The foundations of an interview.
Like you
fundamental question and answer.
Because I don't know.
I was asking him
because I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know that much about politics. I'm just asking him all the average person questions. So I go to his website. I see what he's generally pushing. So then I'll ask those. But then I'm asking some regular shit. I'm like, yeah, but what about these black folks that are homeless right now? Like,
wait, did you hit him with like abortion?
What's
good with that?
Not that. Just because it was like it's the mayor.
Legalize weed or not?
So
Stuff like I didn't ask him that either. I asked him about like city of Raleigh shit because he was running for mayor.
Okay.
So it's like
So niggas are bad interviewers for politicians.
Majority.
That's what the questions.
I would say yes.
That's what this.
I would say there's less black people than white people. There's way more. I don't think black people find politics that fun. I don't think niggas
nigga.
What?
It just all the standard of what the quality of everything just went down the more you smoke.
Just like,
It's like my expectations like nah.
it was like
I said yes though. They're bad interviewers.
But you went from like, nah, it's not that bad to
because
kind
you was
of
thinking
not
about
really
yourself.
shit.
You was thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I don't. It's probably a Lauren somewhere that has interviewed a Larry Elder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was black and knowledgeable.
I don't think you
And
would
I'm
have
talking about you, Van Lathan, Charlamagne,
Right.
Envy. You get what I'm
Lathan
saying?
is the most adequate out of the list you just made, though.
For sure.
That is
no
true.
questions.
That
and
is
Angela
true.
Rye.
And he came from TMZ. That's kind of a crazy thing to correlate.
I apologize, but
The fast food of journalism, but he's actually a still real authentic journalist.
Oh yeah, for sure.
nah, man. I think we do need to give Larry Elder a shot. We need to watch him like.
And what?
I mean,
We just need to watch him talk to
running the
white.
country?
We just need to talk. We just need to watch him talk to white people. Honestly,
see if
that's
he's,
really what it comes down to.
see if he's still in the same. He's still saying the same jargon,
Nah.
Yeah,
the same bulljive.
He is, and he's not going to go nowhere saying that shit. Nobody believes in this, man.
but it's all good.
He doesn't even appear to believe in himself. I think he's really doing this for white women.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
to get a specific white woman,
He's already married. He already has his queen.
he got to keep her. Or he going to end up like Big Sloth.
You have to be able to get other queens
She
in
ain't
order
going.
to keep.
She ain't going nowhere. They
No,
look like they've
that's
been together for 30 years.
Pan-Africanism.
But fuck Larry Elder. He ain't got shit going on. That nigga's not even a Republican candidate.
He's got a real Caucasian smile.
Just socked it to him.
He's not. He's not. I mean, I thought it was funny watching him chop up the Breakfast Club, but then after watching him on Van Lathan, I was
Y'all
like,
keep saying chop up.
yeah, I still stand on that.
I disagree with that.
That's fine.
But that's a later clip.
That's fine. He
Go to the catalog.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Link it right there.
Yeah, do your homework.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move over
quiz,
to let me hit the imaginary bell. Back for round two.
Ring, ring.
Yeah,
All right.
we had a few technical difficulties, but hey.
It's all right. We
hey.
back. So all right. So
Whole
the Hot
conversation.
97 first, the Breakfast Club. To me, it feels like the war has engaged. And this is kind of round two. We've talked about this a little bit already.
We're gonna try to make it different for our sake.
We're gonna try to make it different.
For our sanity.
Yeah, so Funkmaster Flex has done pretty much 2 attacks recently in the last 2 days. First one was Rick Ross went up there and they were going crazy, like flex bombs all over the place. They were going in on they were mainly going in on DJ Envy. They're talking about Rico, what is it? A realtor Rico or
Can
something
you-
like
Insurance
that?
fraud.
Could you sell the Statue of Liberty?
Hell no, it's state city owned. It's not. It might be U.S. owned. You can't. That's not for sale.
And it was a gift.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a gift.
Yeah, so it's like national monuments. You can't sell
Shout
them.
out our friends. listeners.
Real Estate Rico. That's what it was. Real Estate Rico. They were making fun of them. But yeah, so
Real Estate Rico. Imagine that.
Flex
one, right,
and Funk Flex and Schultz were not Schultz. Damn, Funk Flex and DJ Envy were just going crazy, going in. I'm about to play a little bit of it because they was letting this nigga have it.
too. Now
We got
Go ahead.
no. Let's just save it.
Okay.
His mind might change.
I see it. Okay. And your car game mean, my brother. Let's not listen.
We
We got
love
to
with
talk
love.
about cars. You're
You the only car. You the only You the only one on radio that rep cars, been repping cars. You been having deals with Ford and Chevrolet. You
For a
been
long
talking
time.
Long time, years.
Listen to me,
You
New
not
York.
doing fraud?
This guy
You ain't
right
stealing
here.
cars? Not you. Not Flex.
We not selling bad houses.
No, we ain't.
So the thing that I like that
Selling
first, the thing that I
bad
like that first, bro, is Ross went there. And,
Yeah.
Flex for a second was like, oh, what are we talking about right now? He's like, whoa. And then he was like, oh, we going in? Fuck it, nigga, you not selling bad houses?
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
a conversation before Ed.
I don't
think
think,
so?
They had you
I don't
at.
think they did. I think that was the moment where we kind of heard they didn't have a conversation.
The conversation was this. They was
This is the conversation.
They was already doing it.
Yeah, this is the conversation. Yeah, for
But
sure.
it is crazy. Like, man, these are. I hate to see philosophers, black philosophers, going at it.
Don't put that level of
You do?
importance on what they do.
God damn it. These niggas old though. That's what I'm saying. You know,
I love seeing
philosopher-
this shit.
Man,
You know, that's how you get to the truth in philosophy. You ask questions and you use
is it kind of like
credit
messed up? Like, you know, it is funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's
But it's kind. Is it kind of like, you know, fucked up? Like niggas is just joking about Envy possibly going to prison. You know what I mean?
No,
No,
it's
because of
not.
what he's going to prison for.
Right,
He
yeah.
fucked over some people.
Yeah, or
He was scamming,
Maybe,
though.
maybe
Like, he
not
wasn't,
fucked
like,
over, but you know what?
conspiracy.
You know what really would have saved Envy is if he openly sued Caesar before the victims came out.
Before it came out. But now it looks like he's a co-defendant.
Exactly. And now it looks like you're only beefing openly because 26 people or whatever came to the light. But if he realized this was all fugazi and a fraud a year ago, he should have sued or got jerked over or whatever. He should have sued then or whatever. You know,
And it's like-
kind of got ahead of it in terms of like, I'll lead the charge against this nigga.
Yep.
And there's so many legal avenues he could have took to make some money. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, you on the most
That's-
popular
that's the
radio
biggest
show.
thing.
He
Yeah.
already had a lot of money. So when
That's,
you look at it,
but that's the biggest thing though. It's the fact that
It's-
you had so many options that you could have done. It's not a nigga trying to invest their first 10,000. You have 100,000 that you could probably just dip into and invest. You
Dip
know what I'm
into.
saying?
He got, nigga, he got a 401k. He been there for years. Dip
So
into
that's
that
honestly
shit.
why I don't really feel bad for Envy, and I'm loving every moment of this. Because this is not me. It's nothing to do with me.
yeah, nah, these are
It's
Joe
funny, though.
And
allegations.
nigga, this is just goddamn. This is media like fodder. This is media kindling. These are like starter logs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These type of things burn for a long time with these. Anytime it's something legal in cases,
It
they
depending
got-
on how long this case is drawn out for.
They have a nice little. There's
They
a nice
might milk
burn.
this forever.
And then I just thought it was gonna be we have to work. What I thought I didn't expect Hot 97. I didn't expect Flex to just be like, fuck it, let's go.
Because it was Ross. It was the boss.
The boss came through and maybe put the battery in his back.
He had nothing to lose.
He really didn't. So he does that. Let's listen to a little bit more because we got to hear the real estate Rico
Yeah.
part. That part was hilarious.
You selling fake houses? No, we not gonna steal no old lady houses. We
That's not
gonna do
nice.
that. Nah, you going to hell.
You knew you was gonna get
You
into
going
that
to hell
stuff.
for stealing those old
Oh
houses.
man, listen,
Oh my God.
listen, New York.
Oh my God, Charlamagne.
We are not up here selling the Brooklyn
Hey,
Bridge.
Charlamagne, come with Flex.
Oh,
Come with Flex. Come on.
Notice he ain't co-signed that
Shout out to
statement.
Mr.
Right.
Touchy Feely.
Drop the bomb.
Hey, I got 10,000 cash right now for
Jose
anybody
said.
that's listening. And more importantly, we not doing fraud. Flex not doing fraud.
We're not
he
doing
ain't selling
fraud.
no bad houses. He ain't selling no fake houses. He ain't doing none of that. I'm telling you. And when Rose said, I'm telling you, I can't say
We
that
ain't
for
selling.
nobody else.
We are not selling the Brooklyn Bridge. You cannot buy that from
Oh
us.
my God, you cannot buy the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, we
Oh my God, it's called thievery.
It's called thievery. Somebody's going to jail.
Oh my God, the real estate
Rico to jail tonight.
What's up, boy Tony? Tony's in town too. Tony's in town.
Charlamagne,
I like
come
how he
work
drops a
with
bomb or anything with alliteration.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, bro. It's like we were just talking about how like Flex is the only thing doing numbers over there at Hot 97. Flex is going crazy right now. Like he's legit in the last week.
He doesn't sell bad houses.
He's had 2 moments where I'm like, oh shit, this nigga Flex is stepping on shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
He's just stirring the pot.
He's stirring the pot crazy, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah,
That's all you can ask for.
But you know, he does need something to create. He needs something to reflect off of.
Right. Yeah. And
He wasn't going crazy until his enemies started looking weak.
Every
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
every painter needs a muse.
Yeah, but some people get that news internally.
Yeah,
He's waiting for his colleagues to set themselves on fire
See,
and
that's
then
what I
light a
was-
cigarette
see-
with the blaze.
And that's what I was thinking too, where it was like, I'm like, damn, like, because I want to watch some videos about when like, when Hot 97 and when Charlamagne and Envy were really going at Hot 97, nigga, that shit was crazy. Like, they was exposing Mr. C. They was going in on fucking Funk Flex.
Who had sex with prostitutes with
Mr.
breasts
C.
and penises, right?
Mr. C, yeah. And then they were doing the...
Well, he kissed a woman that wasn't a woman?
He kissed a woman that wasn't a woman. I think he did a little bit more than that.
No, he was buying them off of like the street and he kept getting arrested. He kept getting caught.
Habitually.
Yeah, like habitually. Like,
they're humans, nigga.
But we don't know their pronouns, so we don't know how to properly address
That is
pretty
okay.
much, yeah. So, you know.
It is they, them.
Yeah, so he was buying thems and theys off of the block. And he kept getting
Shit
mugshot.
serious.
Yeah, he kept getting caught. So Charlamagne used to be like, "You're fucking Mr. C. You're rich. Why can't you just get a hotel room? Why you keep getting caught and shit like that?"
But
But
with
he
these cheap whores.
it was bad for him. It was looking really bad, and that was when like it was bad. Long story short, you know what I'm saying? And I would say Hot 97. Power 105 pretty much won a lot of those early battles when they was coming up. They really had to like tear them down, but like so it's just been really quiet on the battlefield for a long time. You know,
They
what I'm
haven't
saying?
had a lot of ammo to fire back at
They
the Breakfast
haven't.
Club in Power 105.
And the fact that they have the type of ammo now, they can go for months off of this. It's a legal case. They can go until the case is over. And we already know, just based off what we've seen, this shit looks bad for everybody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
So it's like, damn. And then we kind of alluded to it last week. What's the end of the Breakfast Club? And what if
What
it's,
does that look like?
I didn't think, we knew it wouldn't be the same if Envy ended up leaving, but I did not expect Flex to be assisting the fucking downfall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like everybody's just, like
the dog pile has started.
Yeah.
You
The
wouldn't expect it, but it's kind of anticipated.
I did not.
Do you think
when I
Funk
s-
Flex would lead this situation alone? Like you thought he had a righteousness?
I
Or
don't-
just like an ethical nature.
the
way
boss caused all this. I don't think Funk Flesh would have. He
wa-
wouldn't
he
have
wasn't
just
on
done
that
this
timing, yeah.
by himself.
I see what you're saying, but since
You get what I'm saying?
Since the boss, if I'm here for that.
Well, at least not like this. He probably would have threw it in.
That's true. It would have been more sub distance.
Just threw it in.
Yeah,
But you said there was another clip where Ross wasn't there, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, this is not it.
And that
This
happened before or after?
is after.
That's
So
what
Ross
I
might
mean.
have gassed him up.
He gassed them up
You
to
know,
even
that
be on that
Maybach
type of
music
time.
is majestic.
Yeah.
I know Chiggs is in here recording.
Shout out to Chiggs, the unofficial fourth mic. What was it? Fifth mic. All right, let's see.
This nigga has a video tag.
Oh shit.
Envy, if you guys haven't watched that video, make sure you guys go
Sorry,
check it out.
Chiggs.
So in the caption, 2023.
Okay.
First of this
savage.
channel. If you guys haven't watched that video, make sure you guys go check it out. Flex is doing his victory lap now. Flex posted an article about Charlamagne that was written back on April 21st of this year, stating that Charlamagne the God was seeking to dismiss his sexual assault lawsuit. Now, this lawsuit stems from the Jessica Reed case. Flex posted in the caption saying, you caught another new lawsuit, April 21, 2023. I don't think you settled that, Charlamagne, and you calling people pathetic. Let your lawyer know I can talk about this because Vibe magazine already did. Now, I think Flex tried to do a little trickery with the...
Yeah.
Wait.
So long story
Oh,
short.
damn.
Yeah. So what really happened? Charlamagne didn't catch no new case this year, but his lawyer filed for it to be officially like dismissed because apparently the case is still open. I didn't know it
bring
wasn't
this shit
dismissed.
back up.
Yeah, this shit won't go away. Essentially, long story short, but I didn't
Because
realize.
it's hard to try. There's no, like, it's too
Yeah,
late for DNA
so
and
pretty
evidence
much-
and all that.
But he said that he called him pathetic. I don't know. That was in his Instagram post. You know the you calling other people pathetic. So I wonder if after the whole Rick Ross and Flex thing, if Charlamagne got on the radio and said pathetic, like that shit was pathetic or some shit. I don't know because
There's a deeper context to that.
Yeah, so maybe that's why he decided to strike back for the second time, but who gives a fuck? I'm only seeing Flex strike, so clearly one hit louder than the other. You know what I'm saying?
Have we ever talked about this case?
Nope, we haven't.
Nah, we respect Charlamagne.
Yeah, we pretty much,
You know
we
what I
kind of
mean?
we kind of agreed like there's no point in talking about it.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it's like,
Not gonna do it
he
today.
wasn't even there, right?
Man,
I don't think we should talk about it.
it's
You don't
just
think
like
so?
one of
Yeah,
those,
no.
like, man, like, nah, man.
no, I don't think we should talk about it. Yeah,
We'll
lawyer know I can
we'll just keep going.
We don't wanna-
Yeah.
we want to inspire Jessica.
Yeah, let's see, but we never covered it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
If we need to at some point, we will. But I don't think it's necessary yet. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no point. All right.
Talking
You
about it
guys
now.
know how it goes when you're beefing with somebody. Nothing is state lawsuits, ladies, especially when it comes to Charlamagne and Envy.
All right, but yeah, long story short, so this time he gave Charlamagne a shot as well as
Yeah.
Envy. So
Yeah.
but I mean, if this continues, I just like I said, I knew this was bad for Envy. I didn't expect, you know, before the documentary was made by some random white dude.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different when the radio station that you kind of beat the bat, and low key is looking like if we're talking about the totality of the war, that might have been just a battle they won. And the war is the longevity.
Yeah.
Flex has been there before both of them.
Envy, like what's that Japanese shit where you get cut 1,000 times? That's what's happening with that nigga.
Yeah.
He's just getting
I can't remember
cut
what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
1,000 times, just different people, just tiny little cuts.
And the
He's
whole brand.
But when he bleeds it, man, he's about to bleed out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a sad sight. And I just want to quickly apologize to the viewers. I'm not selling drugs, I promise.
Oh yeah.
I have
yeah.
to blow the fuck out of my nose profusely for 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah.
Hence the hands in the
This
tub.
nigga congested.
Because I care about what goes in my body. I like some niggas.
Right. So
I'm gonna try it.
honestly,
you should see most people just be prepared to leak forever.
Allegedly.
yeah.
No, that's
Yeah, 'cause
exactly what's happening. Google it.
we need to try it.
That
Though. We
count.
need
I'm
to try it.
Hell yeah,
But,
niggas talk shit until they have personal experience.
But yeah, long story short, though, I wonder if they're gonna strike back. I wonder if Charlamagne's gonna fire back. I kind of want him to jump in that bag. We haven't seen him there in a while because he doesn't beef or diss anybody openly at all right now. Or he hasn't in fucking years.
He
You know
might
what I'm
do it
saying?
like Kendrick Lamar. Like, you know how like every 2 years a new leaked track of Kendrick directly dissing somebody
Exactly,
comes out.
yeah.
And it's
Yes.
always Big Sean.
Charlamagne
Right.
probably got some voice memos somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm interested
Shit
to
like
see.
Kanye.
I'm interested to see if he strikes back or if they go back. I know Envy ain't gonna do it, but I'm interested to see if Charlamagne loads that chopper. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But let's move on to
He's knocked
some
the
more.
dust off his holster.
I'll hit the. Let's see what else happened. Was there? Okay, I had the Rory versus Charlamagne. So you see on the most recent episode, which I don't know exactly what day of the week the Rory and Maul podcast drops. Why would I? Don't listen to it. But he sent shots to Charlamagne too. Charlamagne's been catching a lot of shots from people recently. In in the latter half of the year, the nigga's been a target.
The Breakfast Club going through war right now, nigga.
The
It's
Breakfast Club.
They need
yeah.
They need some upgraded defense systems or something, nigga.
And
When you've been
low-key,
on top
bro.
for so long, it's like they've been waiting to take these shots at you.
Bro, and
Now it's
low-key,
looking
bro.
like there's a chink in that armor.
Yeah, on both fronts. Where I don't know, bro. So Rory kind of went at him, and pretty much it started with Tyrese.
Rory always sounds like a victim.
He always does. Even when he's shooting at people, he sounds like a victim. But it started with Tyrese pretty much saying Charlamagne is this fake mental health advocate, pretty much. You know, that narrative is starting to go around a lot as well, too.
It's easy for him to say that because of what happened.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot easier for him to say that. So,
Yeah.
And the thing about being a fake mental health advocate is like, you know, he's always talked about wanting to get his mental health better. And he provides you tools to do what he did.
Yeah.
That don't mean he give a fuck about what Tyrese's mental state is.
yeah, and that's another thing, too. Like, why does that seem like that's the angle people go at Charlamagne with? Is it kind of like being a preacher where, like, when you're doing something when you're famous or the biggest you've ever been at something that's kind of righteous, like being a pastor or a lawyer or a doctor, something like that. Maybe let me just stay with pastors. And
Something
mental-
humane.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
humane or overall righteous. You can't do nothing bad or
you
like
cannot be the
you can't-
preacher getting caught eating Sister Risha's
Coochie,
coochie
you know what I'm
on the
saying?
goddamn. Yeah.
So
But
it's
they're
like
always the ones that's doing it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Getting head
So
in the confessionals.
the fact that they're even like bringing that
Confessing.
angle up, I feel like that's such a weak angle to bring up. But I guess it's an easy one too.
Because it's the one that you don't really have to prove.
Right.
You
It's
get
like,
what I'm
he's
saying?
a mental health advocate. Look at when he was bullying people.
Like, just because you like therapy doesn't mean that you can't
Yeah, what
talk
the fuck?
shit to somebody.
Bro, and it's like, honestly, like, I feel like Charlamagne has been on his mental health shit for so long, we don't even feel like it's fake at this point. Like, and we was following the nigga closely.
I feel like he's been on it for so long, he's mentally fucked up.
Right?
That's
like,
how I feel.
Where
Like,
it's ingrained in him.
Yeah,
where he has
yeah.
to speak about it.
he has an expo coming up. Like
He does, yeah.
Next
The-
month,
the
I
mental
believe.
health-
It's
mental
something
health
crazy.
expo or something like that.
And he's been doing it for a couple of years, so it's like, you know, you putting money behind it. You a public advocate.
Nah, he's smart. It's not his money.
But going to therapy doesn't mean you no longer have enemies.
October 7th.
October 7th. Oh shit, it's this weekend.
Oh,
Literally. Yeah.
Yep. Invited
Special guest and panelist.
Big Sloth.
I'm wondering if this is out of pocket.
No, it's iHeart. You see that?
No, okay.
The check is
Charlamagne the God in partnership with
iHeart.
No, I can't read that from there.
Oh yeah, mental health. Mental wealth, not health. Wealth.
and
Expo.
a day of mental health plus healing education, people.
In honor of Mental Health Day, October 7th.
Hey, you see, he could easily flip this.
But wait, go up. The imagery is a black woman's face. It's the side of a black woman's face, as you can see.
No, it's not, nigga.
That's a mannequin.
With the crescent moon. Black women are the moon.
That is a
Water,
neutral mannequin.
important, hydration.
Oh,
I feel like
God.
the more you speak about black women, the more they realize that you don't really have their best heart. You a fake advocate for black women.
Oh, nah.
Oh,
Nigga,
Styles
Styles
P's
P?
Nah, Styles P has gone on a run where he's doing public speaking events and he's
He
just
has.
dropping jewelry. I don't know.
Yeah, he
every
is.
day I see a new clip of him saying something very inspiring.
Yeah. Oh shit! I was supposed to be playing the Rory clip. Let's play that clip.
Yo, they got a lot of powerful
Brandon
black people
Marshall.
in here.
Yeah, as we go in on this.
But the
not-
thing is, there's people going to share their stories. I'm not saying that they're experts in mental health and, you know, how to go to a therapist.
Tamika Mallory? Nah, I don't know. I
Think
don't even know
killed
that bitch.
Charlamagne. Do you think
Here we
he?
go.
It's just, you know,
Drake always hits him to do this around his new thing that I see. Took a plea.
I saw what you said.
put
I heard
this
what you
sad
said.
music? Shout out, Lord.
And you've been saying some things for a while now, and it's kind of
They're
it's
talking about the
getting
Drake
weird now.
thing.
Now it's getting weird.
Charlamagne did actually reply on the Breakfast Club, like we mentioned before. He took a plea,
Called it.
but I figured Charlamagne was going to take a plea. He's new, fake healed Charlamagne. He said that he's lying. That's his new thing that I see that he does.
Join the call.
I'm about to just say something, but I'm
Okay.
lying. But here's the statement that Drake always hits him to do this around his album to get him more attention.
Oh, Rory's
it was
a
a-
fan.
And you know what else?
Rory is
you
a
know,
fan.
Yeah, and you know what else is like annoying about when Rory is shooting at somebody? It's like I can hear the uncertainty. I don't even need to. I don't even need to see you.
reluctance. Yeah.
I don't even need to see your face. I know you're like. We're doing this fake heel, Charlamagne.
Man, you could tell
And
that
then he's like darting around the room looking at everybody's reaction.
Because
you know?
It's like he takes every step wondering that the floor is going to break.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
man, you could tell that nigga worked in HR, like he was that type of nigga. He's
Right.
an HR ass nigga.
Yeah,
man.
HR ass nigga,
Man,
bro.
you
Get the fuck
got
out of
it.
here,
Yeah,
nigga.
man.
Boss the fuck up,
Like,
nigga.
you can tell he files
Get
out
your nails done,
comment
nigga.
cards.
Nigga, you're not tough enough for this shit. You're not. But so it's like he took 2 shots at him like that. There's another one.
He gave
But
him
I
2
didn't expect
pokes.
Charlamagne.
I don't
I'm not
think it
saying
was
it's in
a
a hate
plea.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
435 fans he has, which is
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's just, you know, this is just the way.
And the way that he attached himself to Drake's diss, which was already lame.
Who, Rory?
Yeah, he was like, well, you know, his 435 fans. It's like, no, that's what Drake said. And that was corny.
Yeah.
Don't attach yourself to a bad joke. It was just,
I didn't even get... Drake has said 2 things I don't understand. That Channing Tatum line in that one song and that 435 thing. I don't get those 2 bars.
yeah, that was crazy. It's just...
Neither one of those makes sense.
Yeah.
What if? Can we do a quick Google? So what does 435 mean? What does that represent? Y'all know numerology, nigga?
No.
This is Drizzy we're talking about, the 6 guy.
Yeah, it's probably astrology. It's something to do with the aligning.
The
Angel numbers.
Yeah, okay.
The manifestation meaning suggests that your desires and goals are beginning to manifest. So you should continue to trust in the universe and maintain a positive mindset.
This nigga, he dissed
Did
him
he
with
just
love.
well wish him?
Yeah, that sounds like a compliment.
He dissed him with affirmations. That's some light skin shit
That's
though.
such a Dra-
That's some Drake shit.
That's some Drake thing.
That's so Drake.
That is. And it's positive. It's
Drake
positive
says you
too.
got 435 angels praying on you.
This number often indicates you are on the right path to begin to see positive changes and progresses towards your goal. So he didn't even realize he was trying to diss him, but he also blessed him.
That's
at the
even
same
more
time.
sinister. Yeah, nah.
Nigga.
When you fake support somebody to diss them, it hurts even more.
Yeah.
Hey man, next time y'all about to bake that pizza, put it on 435.
Yeah,
Think
right.
about Drizzy.
Bless that
So
sauce.
I mean, yeah. So this is Rory is shooting his disses. I don't know if y'all really care to listen to the rest of them. It was pretty.
Oh,
Play,
nah,
let's see what he has.
I can
Yeah.
guess, but
Yeah.
we can see.
Yeah.
Wait for Drake to finally say, all right, look, you want some attention, clearly.
Well, Charlamagne hasn't been going back and forth with very many people for quite some time. He's taken subs and a few shots here and there, but he's really pulled back to this new fake healed Charlamagne. Do you think he replies to this?
Listen, man, enough of this Charlamagne slander. Let me be objective here. Do you guys really
Listen, man.
Shout out Chicks.
Chicks,
slander.
But yeah, I don't know. Anytime Rory's taking shots at somebody, it's just like, this shit's just so weak, bro. What
Rory
the
takes
fuck?
shots at niggas when they already in the fucking ER.
Right.
It's,
yeah, bro.
it's no conviction.
It's none,
You know what
bro.
I mean? Like, you need some.
You don't have a kid. You don't got a kid.
And it's crazy. He you can obviously tell he goes through so much pain. It's crazy how he can't transmutate.
He can't. Yeah, he hasn't figured out
that?
the perfect way to transform his pain into some sort of art.
Translate it.
Channel. Translate his art.
Transmutation. I thought it was transmutation.
Something like that. Translate
alchemy.
You're
translate
making
his,
it harder than it has to be.
Yeah, translate his pain
Nigga, you
or
can't
whatever.
say anything.
But yeah, we were looking at this mental health expo as well too. So I don't know. I'm not
There's
really.
a lot of healthy hairlines on this lineup.
Should we be saying all these black people, these
Might
important
as well,
black
because
people?
I mean, this is a powerhouse lineup. So
Yeah, go down like, who the fuck is Dr.
So-
J. Barrett?
Yeah, so Dr. Alfie,
African in origin.
yeah, Carson Daly.
Alfie.
Damn, I ain't seen
Nigga.
Carson Daly in a minute.
He's the only white person here too.
Michelle
Angela
Williams.
Rye's still around.
Styles P, Angela Rye,
She still look good.
Tiana Madison, Shaka Segor, Dr. Jonathan Lasseter, Tamika Mallory, Dr. Jay Bennett, Barnett, Brandon Marshall. He's on the sports podcast, right?
The Pivot. Shout out to them brothers.
Yes, The Pivot.
I don't know if they're still banded together.
Dr.
That one
Rita
woman on the
Walker.
right looks like Cat Williams.
I'm starting to not recognize some of these people because they look like doctors. And
I mean,
shit,
you know,
so.
we're getting further down the list. They keep the stars up top.
Yeah.
Where's the
There's a lot of Afrocentric.
Where's the other
hair.
rappers? It's
Styles
only one
P's
rapper.
Styles P's the only one.
You know, rappers don't really care about the mental state of people.
That is true. Actually, that's
Styles P does.
Yeah. Rick Ross as well.
Yes.
and that's why they're called poets.
Fireside chat with Charlamagne the God and Carson Daly. Spoken word. Oh God, I would skip that section.
If we had it'd be cool if we could go for free just to see what's going on.
This is like too much good shit, man. Like, go back. Can I read some of this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Too much positivity.
Letters to my father. Wait, no. Letters to my father. Black men heal.
These are the breakout rooms.
Black youth, young adult mental health. Feelings, families, and fun. Embracing emotions together.
This might be what's needed. This might be exactly what Larry Elder was preaching about.
No.
Reconstructing the black family unit.
Can't be what he.
Nothing about this is bad. That's why the whole Charlamagne fake heel thing doesn't it don't really work, just because he's not also actively out here like terrorizing niggas like he used to.
Yeah.
So it's like the shot doesn't even do it. So you might have a personal experience, but it was like this nigga was exposing Floyd couldn't read. That's a mental trauma. You know what I'm saying?
And the
Like,
nigga never said he was Buddha.
he never said he was Buddha. And it's like, we just been following for so long, no nigga can keep up this. Unless the checks are hitting like that, I might be able to keep up some shit for a really long time as well.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, who cares even if it is? It's not like it's something bad.
He stopped calling women bitches.
Yeah, he's not trying to convert us to Satanism or just start, doing voodoo or some shit, and that's not bad to some people either, but you know what I mean.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, spoken word.
See, you might, but you might just be, the spoken word was crazy. That's out of control. I don't want to hear no
Trauma and triumph.
It depends on who they
stories
got.
of healing in the spotlight. Like,
Sister, navigating
I think this is
mental health.
amazing. I think this is amazing, but like,
It's kind of like a women's empowerment, but for mental health.
We
Y'all
can't
ever
judge
been
it by
to
the table of contents. We might have to go.
That's
we
true.
might have a true revelation here.
Bro,
you
there's
might
nothing-
face your anxiety.
Okay, bro, we're ignorant niggas sometimes. Us reading this sounds like a terrible day.
We're looking to make fun of it.
This sounds like a terrible day. Like, I don't want to do this on a Saturday. I don't, personally. But there's somebody who has been waiting all year for this shit.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm not, and I can't say that this one day might change their entire year and they're waiting all year for it next year. You know what I'm saying?
AJ, we're actually healed.
Yeah.
So we laugh at broken people.
Well, that's not true, because I wouldn't say I'm healed. I would just say I use my brokenness for good.
Yeah, it was a joke.
And evil.
Yeah, nah, you don't get comedy without pain.
Right. So
yeah. How much is? Can we look up the ticket price? Are these
I thought it
these
said free.
tickets made for Black people?
I could have sworn it said free.
Are these?
Yeah. This event is free and open to all ages. Yeah.
Do you think that this is doing any damage to people?
Nah, I take that back. It's free.
No.
I'm thinking, you know,
You had to pay to get
$40.
help. No.
Oh, this is cool though.
Yeah. No, the only thing that I believe the whole mental health wave, and it wasn't just Charlamagne pushing it. Charlamagne was actually before the curve because he started with his book, and that was before the pandemic. The pandemic pushed mental health like crack. Charlamagne was just ahead of the curve, and I think he was already there. And the stimulus package, the fact that the lane that you're transitioning into, us being I should have said something else to block it out, but us being fucking locked in the house and shit like that, niggas started getting mental health days all of a sudden at work. We never got that before. You know what I'm saying?
What if it became so big he felt like he had to over advocate for it?
It became so big, but he was already ahead of it.
Yeah, but it might have been something he was just like loosely promoting, but now he has to do a goddamn
It wasn't loosely
expo
promoted
every October.
his book Anxiety.
Yeah.
You remember?
But there's a difference writing about your anxiety and then trying to cure other people's anxiety once a year annually.
I want to look at when that book came out. What was it? Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me?
I was in high school.
That's the fucking book, man.
College.
Yeah, it was a book by Charlamagne.
Charlamagne got anxiety playing tricks on me.
Shook Ones. That's what it was. It came out. What year did this come out?
$14.90 for the paperback.
This nigga has
2018.
He was 2 years behind. He was 2 years ahead of the curve, bro.
This nigga book has a 4.7 rating.
But he
2,800 rate. Yeah, bro. This book is the one that blew the fuck up.
But there was
like this Black Privilege. It was a bestseller, but that was just like this is the one that shit went crazy, bro.
I thought Black Privilege did better.
I think this one did better because this one tapped into a market outside of Black Privilege. Was just like avid book readers, Charlamagne the Godfriend fans.
Yes.
The Shook Ones, when that came out,
autobiography.
Yeah, it was an autobiography as well too. When this one came out, this one hit the mental health circuit as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So because I remember when he put that book out, and he was talking about how he would go to like when he would be doing those book signings at the Barnes and Nobles and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, it's ever since that shit, it's like old people of all races. Like this book opened me up. My fan base has no color no more. Like it's everybody.
And
it's
that's mainstream acclaim.
Yeah.
And just like politician, he looked at them numbers.
Yeah.
He looked at them numbers. He was like, shit. Nigga, the numbers go up when I talk about mental health.
Exactly. And that might be natural. You probably natural gravitate towards things that work for you.
And it's kind of hard to at a certain point make money off of something righteous and people not accuse you of being faking it. Like you can be a preacher, but you can't be no millionaire preacher. Niggas is like you know how like mega churches, they're like, God didn't want you to have a mega church type shit. You know what I mean? Like you've been preaching holy for all this time, but you got private jets, you got a mega church, you getting $100,000 to $200,000 a week,
smelling like boy butt,
and offer and just communion and shit.
You can't tax the Lord,
and you're not paying taxes. Niggas are like they're coming at you, like you're gonna get a couple accusations of you a fake this and a fake that.
But you can spin that like, nigga, I bless so many people, God bless me, like I was many people.
So I don't know. It's just that whole mental health.
It is.
It's just a weak shot to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's a weak shot. It's just niggas just trying to grasp onto anything that they can. To diss a nigga. But it is interesting because before this book came out, he was supposed to be writing a book for up and coming broadcasters.
He was.
He was supposed to be giving that was supposed to be his second entry.
But he ended up talking about the book diverted off as he was writing it to this. We might not get that book till later.
And I was anticipating that book. I really wanted that.
All right, so you kind of asked this earlier, but like, let me hit the button. Ring. All right, so you were asking this earlier, but where do you think this is like a Patreon conversation a little bit, but where do you think the future of like Charlamagne is? Didn't you ask that or something like that?
Yeah. Like if Breakfast Club ends, does he become Beyonce Knowles? Not everybody made it out of Destiny's Child.
What do you mean? Oh, it just a takeoff solo star? Well, I don't know because he's been a solo star even with Destiny's Child or whatever you want to, the Breakfast Club.
But it's kind of like he was, like Michael Jackson of the Jackson 5.
Well, no, this is the thing.
He still had a supporting cast.
I don't know. I can't tell you where I think he's going to go because it is confusing because I've heard conversations and I've also thought, why hasn't he started his own, he started doing those one-on-one interviews, on his YouTube channel, but they weren't consistent.
They were
weren't
loose
getting
passion projects.
Yeah, they're these loose passion projects. I have been waiting for what's his next independent thing, but he's been taking up so much of his time, I think, with all these TV shows and those
these
late nights
terrible
and shit.
TV shows that
so it's like,
you know,
I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, when is he gonna do a different form of content that's like the new Charlamagne or whatever? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Just do his own version of Joe Rogan. It would work perfectly.
Yeah, why isn't he just talking to people?
Don't pigeonhole yourself to like certain hip hop cultures and all that shit.
Right.
Talk to everybody.
Right. Yeah, you're a legend. You're a Hall of Fame radio host. You can talk to everybody.
And you're gonna sound stupid at first, but after you've been doing this shit for 1,000 episodes, Joe Rogan.
I think it's impossible for him to sound stupid, really.
I mean, well, it depends. Because if you're really talking to guests,
unless he's trying to debate with like a politician,
if you're talking to elite guests who have knowledge or something, you're gonna sound stupid trying to give them pushback on certain things. You don't have the statistical background to really talk shit.
Joe Rogan is always in a learning position, and he knows a lot of shit too.
But at this point in time, he's 1,000 couple episodes deep. Like he's retained so much shit talking to experts that where he can actually give some pushback.
I don't know. I think any
nigga Charlamagne gonna be all right, man.
Yeah, he gonna be all right.
But
I don't know what the
as
fuck
far
he
as
gonna do,
like TV, like who knows with that? Like, cause he hasn't made a successful TV show. Like, he hasn't never produced one. And as far as like his, I think it's just a scheduling issue, and it's like scheduling and just like business when it comes to like him not creating these shows that he could just create out of nowhere. Like,
I don't know.
The nigga too busy talking about mental health.
Right?
Does he seem more focused on?
That might be his play for the rest of his career.
Like, why not?
And I was about to say, do you think he seems more focused on supporting other people's careers than focusing on like his solo ventures?
Hell no.
No, I don't think so.
He's first
still
of all,
working his
he's
career pretty
a
actively.
leader of a company. He has employees. He can't just like create a show and just talk to everybody normally. You get what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
The nigga is like, he could have like an Ellen talk show, like an Ellen type talk show. Just start dancing.
I
and
wish
shit.
the talk show thing would I just wish the TV thing would go away. Like,
it's like
I just wish, even if it did go to TV at some point, I wish he would do that on YouTube.
He need to
first,
But
like do his own,
or sign an exclusive deal with Spotify.
Yeah, just do his own funded thing, like, so we can see, you know.
But that's exactly the Joe Budden's critique of Charlamagne, that like he never wanted to put in his own money, wasn't that?
Yeah,
was that his?
Yeah,
I don't know if I don't know if it was
part of
all the way a critique, but it was definitely one of them for sure.
He was like,
he shames him for being very corporate,
right?
And taking gigs that are safe, guaranteed bags.
Yeah, guaranteed bags. Yeah, not risk bags.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Joe Budden isn't stable enough for a corporation to really want to offer him that. I think that's kind of over.
Joe Budden?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
You think that another media company would offer him like a everyday struggle type deal?
Yeah, I think so.
So where they expect him to be here
for sure.
Well, yeah, because Amp did it.
And Amp did it, and he also had State of the Union with Armed Revolt for a couple years.
He's still doing that?
No, it's over now. But they had like 3-4 seasons, I feel like.
3-4 seasons is a lot for Joe Budden.
That's what I'm saying. They had a run. You know what I'm saying? So
Joe Budden probably he probably turning down bags right now.
Exactly.
Like, literally right now.
And he definitely had a long relationship with Love and Hip Hop. He can maintain a relationship. If it's beneficial to him,
if he chooses to,
he can maintain a relationship.
The nigga said,
but he can also sabotage some shit too.
What?
I was about to say, do they end gracefully?
Not all the time. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how he feels about it.
But I feel like majority of the time they go up in fire.
But Charlamagne maintains all his relationships, so but it's all done through corporations and shit. Which I feel like that means we're not gonna get. It is kind of like, what is his final form going to be in terms of entertainment? There's several moments over the last year or years where he said things on Brilliant Idiots where it sounds like he's just out of touch in terms of what's hot and how the internet's moving and things and how content's moving. So it also makes it even more confusing to try to pinpoint where he's even at in terms of what's his evolution of content going to be, because we're not fans of his TV show, even though we're fans of him. It's like the shows ain't hitting to us. The shows ain't hitting to a lot of people. I'm sure the numbers might say something different. I don't fucking know. But I know a lot of people ain't fucking with the TV shows.
Is Charlamagne like Ben Simmons? Like he's a phenomenal player. It's just like the nigga just,
in terms of when it comes to creating outside of that some sort of structure, and it don't hit the same.
The nigga just can't.
I wouldn't say Ben Simmons because he doesn't play with a lack of confidence. That's a completely different issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ben Simmons is scared to play for certain. Like, Charlamagne is still in the game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I only enjoy him in Brilliant Idiots form.
That's it.
In later history. But in the beginning, Breakfast Club was immaculate. I even watched that shit he did with Joe Budden.
Oh, yeah, and Brilliant.
I would watch him in any
Idiots.
capacity. Even the latest Vlad TV interview he had, it was like...
It was all right.
It wasn't the most memorable.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's why I'm saying. So I'm like, either in combination with the mental health, him not trying to ruffle feathers or anything like that. I don't know what this nigga's content evolution will be like. It's like a comedian gets better as they get older. It's same thing kind of will go with like a radio host or an interviewer. You
get more perspective.
You only get better because you're getting wiser, but it's like
not when
because of his past and because of the new or arc, I guess we can call it, or life. Not even arc, because it's not an arc. The lifestyle that he's transitioned to, it's like, is it going to be something that we give a fuck about? Like, will he hit an Oprah level? You know what I'm saying, in terms of talk show and shit?
Like most comedians, like Charlamagne, it seems like he's putting on the image like he's not going through no turmoil off camera. The nigga is mentally healthy.
That's true.
It's like, when you mentally healthy,
does he need anything else?
You like joke about bad shit. It's like, why? Like I'm good. Like
I have daughters.
You become a yogi. Like I don't know nothing.
That honestly scares me about getting mentally healthy and spiritually inclined. Like I feel like I might not be funny anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. Well, I can feel that. I feel that. I see what you're saying.
Like so much of it is like being
so much
cynical.
of your core.
Yeah.
So much of it is being cynical and like I don't like that. And let me find a funny reason of why.
Yeah, like I feel like Bill Burr has talked about like going to therapy, and it's like a therapist ain't doing nothing but frustrating him more. Like, or if he really fixed all the things the therapist said, he'd have no material on stage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you would just see everything for like with too much compassion,
right?
Exactly.
Which is kind of like where Charlamagne is kind of at, where it's just like
you don't know how to detach yourself to even make it funny, or to like.
Or to bring that side to the camera.
You have no evil in you.
Yeah, pretty much.
You gotta have a little deviancy to get these jokes off.
You gotta have deviancy to get these clicks, really, because positive shit does not go up. Like
that's not true. That's not true. Actually, it's more positive shit on the internet than negative. Because if you go to
puppy videos,
don't say it sarcastically.
Cats playing with yawn. Billion views. But we talking shit about a nigga who talks shit on the mic.
The niggas that try to throw a ping pong ball
oh no, I didn't watch those. I know
across the room and shit.
You know that one black dude who doesn't say anything, he just like reacts silently to things.
Yeah, he goes crazy.
Yeah.
He goes crazy.
Shitting on everybody.
It's a lot of positive shit. Dude's Perfect, that's what their name is.
Okay.
Look at Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Biggest YouTuber.
Beast.
That's true, but I would say
ain't yelling at whores in Miami.
All right,
nigga, Chris Smooth.
All right, so let me so let me rephrase what I was saying. Things in the black community ain't getting no clicks that aren't black people want the nigga shit. Like they want the bullshit. Black people do, and
black people want the
audience for that.
There's statistics for it. No, it's like
pull it up.
All right,
nah, it's actually statistics. Patrice O'Neal said it best. He was like, an executive told him, look, nigga shows do better than black shows. Patrice.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. It's like I'm trying to figure out how to Google it. How did I do it last time?
But
black people love dysfunction.
How do you even?
Black people
in Denmark
desire dysfunction.
What the fuck was you doing Googling black people in Denmark? You trying to see if they exist?
I was fucking a bitch that lived in Denmark. That's from Denmark, and I was like, "Are there black people there?"
Yeah, trying to see what the population was.
Yeah, I was just trying to see.
Are there more?
I was just trying to see if I ever wanted to visit. Where she's from. You know. And then
Denmark's a cold place, right?
Yeah,
it's
Denmark,
a little chilly.
Googling black people in Denmark opened my eyes to some shit. There's some history that I was like, "Whoa." Yeah. They try to act like racism never happened in the world.
In Denmark?
Yeah, and they have like laws to enforce not pushing that racism was ever a thing. It's crazy out there.
So they're trying to erase history, or they're trying to be progressive?
They're trying to erase, but they also owned certain parts of the slave trade as well that they've had erased from history. Denmark got some, they got some weird shit. Let's not look this up right now. But long story short, niggas love some
ignorant things.
Niggas love ignorant shit, and that's what drives the clicks. And it's same and just people in general. But it's like,
but that's
we've
also
always brought up the 6 o'clock news.
But that's what we've been programmed. We've been programmed.
That's human nature.
It's human nature. It's not even programmed for that. It's not even. It's black people and it's all people. The news is 80% bad shit happening.
But black people dysfunction is just a little
bit higher.
Louder.
It's louder. It's higher.
I wouldn't say higher, but it's more fashionable.
Yeah.
There's nothing appealing about being a crackhead in a trailer park.
Yeah, and it's kind of fucked up that it's just like you got to do some dumbass shit. You got to do some nigga shit to really get some.
To be a star.
Yeah, essentially.
It's the way it works, but it's the law of human nature.
In the black community, it does until you can get you.
Angel Reese was just until
you hit a hole in one on a fucking book, and then it's like, oh nigga, the other side has opened up. Bye, niggas. And I'm leaving too. You know what I'm saying? I can't, there's nobody that can be mad at this.
What if Charlamagne took this mental health route, thinking that he would actually become Charlamagne, like he would be loved like Charlamagne, like yes, I am the thank you followers, I am the leader of good mental health. Like niggas actually started,
he actually wants to be the mental health guy.
Niggas actually started, being under him, like mental health.
He looks at the people like. This is
a bunch of niggas in the street. And
you know what it is?
Gold.
The only reason we
purple.
kind of alluded to this before. The only reason it looks bad is because COVID drove the mental health shit so much. Like, imagine if all of this, if we take mental health away, and he was doing all this for black youth boys,
like Steve Harvey.
It's like Steve Harvey.
But nobody gives Steve Harvey pushback. Nobody's like Steve Harvey doesn't care about black boys
because helping black boys isn't trendy. Mental health is trendy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you look like a villain when it's trendy, even though you were 2 years ahead of the wave. You know what I mean? So it's just, but all this same thing, if we just switch it for black boys or poor people, it just looks like a nigga doing philanthropy. That's all it looks like.
Puppies with screwdrivers in their heads.
Yeah, or animals. Yeah, for PETA or some shit.
But marketing is half the game.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, especially get the eyes on you.
Yeah.
Like, you want to make sure everybody feels included. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
But overall, go ahead, my fault.
No.
But overall, you can't be this involved in the community and be a fake advocate.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's really that simple.
Who you calling a fake advocate?
Well,
that's what they alleged Charlamagne was.
People are calling Charlamagne a fake advocate. But yeah, so
yeah, man, man, niggas tripping.
So like mentally, I was expecting the bell, it just never came. I forgot.
Yeah, let me.
You just hit the bell?
No, I didn't. I'm about to fake hit the bell now.
But that's when it would have happened.
Goodness gracious.
Let's see what we got next. All right, did y'all see the Bobbi Althoff video? It's a really good podcast with.
It's
Offset.
a really good podcast.
That's the name of it.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you meant like the quality. It was quality episode.
You thought I was gassing it up.
I was about to say,
are you okay?
You got a white fetish now?
So no, Offset went on. It's a really good podcast, and this one was going really viral because Offset was like
he played the game.
He played the game better than her.
Yeah,
you know, like he had her feeling the awkwardness because. And he also, in him playing the game, he kind of said a lot of the things that people have been tweeting and stuff like that, where it's just like, it's like he alluded to your industry plain, you're just a plain white girl. How did you even get here? I can't even Google you yet. And it's like he kind of, in his jokes or in his disses, addressed everything.
He dropped a little gem of truth.
Yeah, he kind of went crazy. He kind of went crazy.
It was cool.
What being faithful to Cardi B does to you.
It was, allegedly. But if you ask Tasha K.
Yeah.
But
right.
I don't know, like it was cool. It was just weird, like something weird about
it's over.
It all.
It's just the allure of it, the allure. Not even, I think the allure in general for black and white people is just wearing off for Bobbi Althoff in terms of like this awkward, cool interview thing. I think it's just wearing off really quickly.
I don't know. I don't know who's watching her. Like, who are the black people watching her?
Children. I don't think it's just black people.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's those
people. It's a certain demographic of niggas on TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, it's you also got to remember her start was she blew up on mom TikTok. That was why her TikTok initially blew up before the podcast.
No, first she married an important man.
She married a millionaire.
Who was so important that the niggas connected to Drake.
Right, yeah. So
and Universal Studios and shit. Then she made a mom TikTok.
Then she made a mom. She had a baby, made a mom TikTok, and she was popping. She got up to let's just say 10 million. It might have been more, but I know she was like 10 million at least strong on TikTok.
What, breastfeeding or just talking about, mommy?
It was a little bit of like
mommy duties.
It was just mommy duties, and on top of that, her awkward thing that she's still doing to this day. Like,
so she's always had that as her shtick.
It was just in the mommy it was just mommy TikTok first though, and then she started the podcast, and then
it's a hell of a jump.
And then blew up like crazy in like 8 episodes or 4 episodes or some shit like that, and then got the industry plan allegations. People just started hating on her and just hating her crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I kind of feel bad for her.
It's kind of burning out a little bit. It's burning out really quickly. As fast as it came up, it's burning out just as quick, I feel like.
I feel bad for her a little bit because she got a lot of acclaim and notoriety before she got time to develop the skill.
She barely got time. But it was like...
Time to develop the skill?
Yeah.
What skill did she need to develop?
Of interviewing and being a personality on a podcast?
Nigga, that's... Her personality that you're seeing is the personality that you're supposed to be seeing.
Yeah, but that was just some like real... I don't think... This doesn't have real legs. Like when you curate cringe like that, there's no real longevity in it. Because nobody wants to watch that in long form.
It's just another...
It was a good idea.
It's all designed to be clipped up. This is a clipped up podcast. Yeah, it's not good for long form at all. You're right.
I don't see how you could sit down and watch this and it is.
Nah.
I tried to watch the Offset one. I saw 101 clips, of course.
Yeah.
But they were viral everywhere. I tried to watch the Offset interview. It's hard to watch it for that
I ain't even watched the clips for real. I don't even like... It's like... She's cool to me.
Right.
Like I accept that she's here. She blew up.
Right.
But like I'm not about to like sit here and watch her content.
And just dive in and shit like that.
Nah,
yeah.
I know what to expect.
That's
like, why
true.
would I even
it's
do
the same
that?
thing every time.
Yeah,
and it is. I don't know, man. It's lackluster. It's not even. I don't know.
It's not that great.
It's Bobbi.
It's Bobbi. It's Bobbi.
It's Bobbi. Like
it's Bobbi.
I don't know why we can't just let her be mediocre in her little corner and just leave her alone.
No, exactly. What? It's because niggas want the clout. Because what pissed me off is seeing Sukihana. It's one thing. The Offset shit happened a little while ago, and I think it even. I remember there was like you could see that they had done an interview before. Felt like before the Drake thing even happened. Like she'd been sitting on this for a while.
Well,
and
she'd been sitting there for a while.
She'd been sitting on it for a while. But like Sukihana in the club, or taking her to the strip club, it's like, what the fuck are you doing that for?
And then like Sukihana is the dancer. Like, why are you dancing? How? So you took her there for you, like nigga,
for
what?
you to work, and then her to stand on stage just like this. That shit is weird, and it's like there was a tweet, and it was pretty much just like her whole shtick and how she blew up is being awkward, or specifically around black people, because when she's around white people, she's not awkward at all.
Yeah, she's actually a normal bitch.
She's actually exactly.
Yeah.
So
she tells jokes around 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃.
Right, exactly. So the fact that her whole thing is it's really being awkward around black people, and niggas are still fucking with her, it's like I don't blame Offset because I feel like she was sitting on her for a while, but Suki is the type of nigga that'll do anything for clout. You know what I'm saying? So the reason it won't stop and why we keep being bothered with it is because there's always going to be niggas like Sukihana.
And I really want to like make it to that level of business just so I can understand, because I feel like it has to be some white man tapping him on the shoulder like, hey, hang out with this white bitch. You know, it's that time.
I don't think it's that. I think there's black people that understand the play and how she's using black people to act like an awkward white girl in black people's situations. That shit's knee slappers for the white TikTok fan base, because oh my God, I'm awkward too. I never even dated a black guy. This is what it's like.
She's the second most marketable white woman behind Taylor Swift.
Right.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Right now, as of right now.
Yeah.
Maybe Adele too.
Taylor got the youth. She got the moms and the young moms.
Yeah. She's probably not even really that awkward. Like when the camera stopped rolling, she started dugging.
Bro, we saw her with Dave Portnoy. Like we know she's not that awkward. You know what I'm saying?
She's probably easy to flirt with. That type of bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Real agreeable.
You can tell
you know
by some of her comebacks that she is kind of that. You know
that.
Come on.
And then she's always like, so am I your type?
Am
I your type? Like that's like one of her questions that she's always asking in interviews, which has always been weird because she's been married this whole time. It's like one of your main things is to ask rappers if they would hit, pretty much. Or
they talk about that often.
That's one of her two go-to questions, no matter what interview she does, if it's with a black person, it's, do you find me attractive? Am I your type? And how much money do you have? That's actually an everybody question. But yeah, those are her top 2 go-tos. It's like,
ain't no way she asked Mark Cuban, do you think I'm attractive?
She asked in a slick way. I just watched this video. I can't remember. I did just watch this video. It's called like the fastest skyrocketing downfall of Bobbi Althoff.
Bitch had 8 episodes.
And they're pretty much saying like, if this doesn't continue in the next year, this will be the biggest a podcast has been in the quickest one that's fallen off in history so far.
Yeah, probably.
I never even thought about it like that, but I was like, shit, yeah, because it looks like her flame is dying down already. You know what I'm saying?
You got to leave it to a white woman to make that type of history.
Yeah.
And like to even call it a podcast, like, man, like what are we doing it?
Nigga, you set the mics up, it's a podcast.
We're trying too hard, is what we're doing.
Yeah, we've always been trying too hard. That's what it comes down to, yeah.
Just be satirical and ask if you're attractive or not.
Yeah, all these niggas have always just done way less.
Yeah.
And made it so much further than us. It feels like that's just like the story of my life in entertainment. Like,
this hoe did a podcast with Mark Cuban on the floor.
Yes.
You know the audacity you have to have to invite Mark Cuban over.
Right.
And to be like, hey, you mind if we do this on the floor?
I ain't got no chairs.
I would never ask a billionaire to fuck his back up like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, she po.
You know what I mean?
Her expectations weren't high enough.
Yeah.
And she blew the fuck up, which is just crazy.
She needs some structure.
Some guidance.
So Offset kind of played it. But yeah, I think the whole
inspiration.
I don't think it's gonna last too much longer. I wonder if she's just gonna transfer into. She needs to transition into just like white people and like moms and whatever white young moms watch, who is pretty much her core fan base. She needs to start interviewing those people, but honestly, the clicks ain't probably as good as when black people are around.
Man, they're never gonna be as good when black people do it. Black people do things to the highest degree.
Yeah.
If we buy it, we buy for. If we watch it, we send it to everybody we know.
Right.
I feel like we don't get people rich, but we give people cultural significance.
We get them stamped so crazy.
Make them important.
We make them cool to white people.
Yeah, cultural, like being, like it's just. Yeah.
She's literally out here getting her black cool card punched. Every time she sits down with a black celebrity, she's getting black. And then she's even
3 away from getting free yogurt.
Exactly. And going to the strip club with Sukihana while she's twerking.
Sweat on there.
She got the bottom corner where it's like the bonus one where it's like, oh, you did hood shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
30 days straight.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying?
She's gonna be 40 ounce famous.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, what's next is her going to a bodega and getting a chopped cheese with Cardi B or some shit.
Yeah.
They should make a show of her just doing black shit.
Yeah,
that's the pivot.
But
I don't want that would go crazy.
But the thing is,
I really don't want her getting money that way. I would hate that for black. I would hate that for black people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, like it would be better that way because at least it's a show. Like if you just drop that bitch in New York, like the most Puerto Rican part of New York.
Right.
And just film her.
To the parade.
That might be a good show.
That would go crazier, actually.
You get what I mean?
That's true.
But it depends, though, because like what was exposed in that Offset clip or the whole interview,
she's not built for it.
She's not as funny or as witty as she needs to be.
When somebody's clapping back.
With real pressure in the moment.
Yeah. She's
for
not.
2 hours long or however long they filmed that shit.
I think it was only like an hour and a half or an hour and some change, but she was folding.
She don't got enough. She's not enough in the tank.
She's not about it for real yet.
She's a house mom. Of course she's not about it.
Or she been bantering with other house moms.
Where's this damn baby?
Like, huh?
So where's this baby at?
I don't know. I don't know where the baby's at.
I can't even imagine her with a baby.
I don't follow her on TikTok either. So it's like.
And how old is this woman?
She's only like 26,
25.
something like that. Yeah, 25, 26.
Is her husband like 36, 40?
I think he's got her about like 5 years.
Only 5 years. I feel like she's with a nigga that's completely older than her.
You know, we have a little snippet on LOY. You know, white men marry their women very early.
Yeah,
I was training with this one girl. She moved here from Michigan with her boyfriend.
Bro, yeah.
I'm like,
how old is she?
And she was choosing on me. I'm like, bitch, nigga, goddamn.
Nigga, she's from Michigan. She haven't seen authentic nigga yet.
They're secure in the family structure over there.
Of course.
That's why they do that. You know, you date down or for fertility.
She's with a tech executive named Corey.
Fuck Bobby's age. What's her husband's age? Corey Althoff. I mean, I'm sure he got about 5 years.
He's a techies nigga. If he's in his 30s.
I'm guessing at least 5 years.
He's in his 30s. But she's living a wonderful life. She's living no life. This is like self-actualized white woman. Accidentally get really popular at some shit that you might not be the best at.
Yep. Fuck this bitch. God damn it.
Marry a nigga with legitimate claim and influence.
Looking up her nigga.
Who gives a fuck about her?
Yeah, you see that the Matrix got you, nigga. The 𝙿𝚘𝔏𝚗𝚃. Whatever industry planet this bitch, nigga, she's running this episode.
She's got it, yeah. So
we over here trying to figure out information about it.
So I do wonder if what's gonna happen with Bobbi next year. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna forget about her, and then she gonna pop up like Lil Tay.
Honestly, I had already forgot about her. Like Shaq did an interview. I was like, damn, I didn't even watch that shit.
Yeah.
And really, I didn't see that many clips going viral from it either. So I guess it wasn't one of the clip heavy ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like, man, you got to exist outside the snippets, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, if you only existing in the pockets of snippets, like you only gonna be popping in the fucking snippet lane.
You're gonna be fun size, and there's a lot of full course meals out here getting served.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bobbi, man. She has wonderful jugs.
I wouldn't say wonderful, and I like how we always get to this at the end.
Y'all
They're
always get to this.
Decent.
I never go there. Y'all
They're
go there.
moderately nice.
Somebody
titties.
agree with me on my point that Mia Khalifa titties are overrated, and you was the one who was like, "Nah, Mia Khalifa titties are amazing. They're revolutionary."
Never said they was revolutionary.
My titties,
good.
My titties,
great titties. Nobody said revolutionary.
You said.
I don't even know what her titties look like, bro.
Google them.
The nigga,
her titties are perfectly fine. Who we talking about again?
She's
Mia
a porn
Khalifa,
star.
right?
I believe they're perfect. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
They're surgically perfect.
How could you hate on them?
them being perfect doesn't mean they're perfect.
Mia Khalifa titties. They can see this?
No.
Of course not.
Those are perfectly nice titties.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I'm not digging it.
Yeah, those are nice titties. Look at those.
I mean, I've had these titties before.
You see that one in the middle? That's a perfect shot.
Oh, well.
What's wrong with those? Great volume, good nipple ratio.
But in action, though, these are pictures in action. You get what I'm saying? They don't even look good in motion.
It feels a little egregious to watch a complete scene on a podcast.
Who gives a fuck?
Looking at the titties.
All right, yeah, let's get off the titties. All right, so let me hit this button.
Ring.
All right, so Flagrant.
Speaking of titties.
Yeah, 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃 went to Flagrant recently.
And got molested.
What are you talking about, bro?
The nigga Andrew Schultz.
You got touched?
Oh,
he's real.
okay.
He's actually Mr. Touchy-Feely.
He is. It's kind of crazy.
But
how
Dave wasn't playing that shit.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
There was a point where like Dave was about to get into it might have been a hot take. He was about to really give his opinion on something.
Yeah.
Andrew started rolling on his fucking thighs and he was like, nigga, no. I'm not saying what I was going to say now.
Nah, that's too much, man. That's too much.
Why does he do that? Like, why does he do that? I don't understand why he does that. Why does he have to like physically? And
it's
at
getting
this,
New York Italian.
I think at this point though, it's almost part of the. It's almost part of it. It feels like it's almost part of it now because
like go there and expect to be groped.
Or it's like he'll tell you like, bro, I only did that to 𝚑𝚃 every so often, but it bothers people so much, I do it every time now, so I'm gonna be like shaking you and shit during the episode.
Yeah. He said that?
No, I'm just saying it almost feels like that because the nigga touches everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
I mean, look, it could always be,
right.
either this or, some other things.
Right.
But I was just about to say,
realistically,
he's a big fan of ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, conspiracy.
That's not even a conspiracy. On that 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃 podcast, he brought up ecstasy a billion times. He was like, yo, we can literally do this shit right now.
For real?
And Dave kept turning it down.
Okay, but you know what I mean. Like, even ecstasy is a good drug. That's what I've heard.
It's a good drug and it makes you a little sexually fluid, apparently.
Nah, yeah.
But I don't know why he does it, but the nigga does it. But they kind of pressed him in terms of the whole Dave exposing Bobbi Althoff's DM with Drake. And
the righteousness.
Dave didn't press him. Alex pressed him. And Alex has been doing all of the pressing in the last 15 episodes.
I've heard that. I saw that in the Reddit where they were like, somebody was like, what's the point of Alex? And they were like, he's the only one that presses people.
I feel like at the time when they was asking that question, Alex wasn't really pressing niggas like that.
The black dude.
That's a role that he's
dude.
recently stepped into.
Gotcha.
Because niggas have just really been avoiding it. I think it actually happened naturally though. And it probably started around like that Logan Paul shit. Because they just refused to bring up the scamming allegations.
Yeah.
And so the fans really got disturbed about that.
Maybe he knows Andrew can't do it because he has to maintain a relationship.
I was about to say,
you
like,
have to have that guy on the show though.
It's literally Andrew's the right arm, the white dude with the long hair is the left arm, and everybody has their own job to move the body, and it's like that's just his job.
It's since they've avoided that job. The last time, so long story short, they were pressing Dave Portnoy about this shit. Honestly, I wasn't really happy. It's not that I wasn't happy about the pressing. The pressing was whatever. Dave Portnoy couldn't stand on what he did logically at all. It didn't make no fucking sense. He was like,
he kept
it didn't make no fucking sense. He was talking about like, she said off the record, but it's not really off the record. It's like, nigga, you screenshotted a DM and sent it to your media team.
You got to know when to roll back.
You did some corny shit. Like, just own up to it.
His philosophy was, if you're saying that the rumor is not true, then you don't have to say off the record.
He has some
which makes nothing. It makes no sense.
He was having a white savior complex. He was like, well, let me release the DM since you won't. I'll defend you with your own words, like on some. Don't worry, we're so cool. You can tell people those allegations aren't true. Like you can speak on my behalf. It's like, nigga.
Usually there's a phone call that happens right before that.
What the fuck?
Like, I have to ask you to do this.
Why are you volunteering to speak on my behalf? What the fuck? I didn't ask for that. You know what I'm saying? So
he runs a media company.
I do wish that they would have brought up the point like he had just bought back his company. That's what I really wish they would have brought up. That would have been
They talked about that
in the same breath.
Oh, you're talking about in the same conversation.
Same breath, because we're talking about the same week this all happened. He bought his company back. He exposed Bobby's DM. I'm like, oh, he giving himself that stimulus package for real. That's how I looked at it when it happened.
Let's get it hot, baby.
Yeah, I'm like, the nigga bought his company back for $1. It's time to heat shit up.
He doing what Adam did, using a white woman.
Bro, yeah.
Sacrificing it to the black man.
You need a white lamb.
Dave is back. You know what I'm saying? It's time to sacrifice a white girl tonight. So yeah, bro, that's pretty much what happened. I wish they would have pressed him.
She's expendable.
But the last pressing, it made me think of the last pressing that I thought was like fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That Flagrant did. And which was the Fresh and Fit pressing.
That was the last pressing led by Andrew.
It was and Akash.
Yeah.
Akash
actually brought the heat. Andrew has always kind of been a little softball when it comes to that type of situation.
But at the same time, man. At the same time, you think he has to be just because he's the one that's like he's the one keeping and maintaining a relationship and shit?
Well, maybe not that. I think more specifically with Fresh and Fit, Akash was more offended because it's like,
especially his path
you are
in life.
brown, so you're supposed to love brown. Like, when you're a minority, when you're a melanated individual, we already get so much scrutiny, especially the women. So like, you're supposed to double down on your love from who you came from. So and Andrew Schultz is fucking white. It doesn't matter as much.
And on top of that, bro, you also got to remember just Akash's trajectory, like who he was as a person: virgin, religious, waited till marriage,
only Indian pussy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And so only one of them.
Yeah, so it's like,
seriously,
that was his whole thing. So it's like he's been with one woman. So that alone, it's like Fresh and Fit talking to a nigga that's actually followed their religion.
This
nigga might have a cap on his funny. He only been with one girl?
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it depends on his imagination.
And it depends on what lane he goes, because he definitely leans in. It's not
Christian
comedy. I can't call it leaning into Indian comedy, but he talks about Indian people the same way black people talk about black people. That's gonna spend forever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, it ain't. How many Indian people are there?
Exactly. And
billions.
How many there's billions, and they also don't have
great market.
And they also don't have that many comedians.
He don't want to go to India to do a booking.
Nigga, I bet the booking in India is probably heavy.
He would probably do it if he had to, but he doesn't want. Who wants to go to India?
Nigga is
Indian?
An Indian, bro.
That's his home.
Hold up, bro.
This is ancestral plane.
Y'all just say that. Nobody.
Nah, bro. Niggas sleep. Nigga, there's a Bollywood.
I was just about to say they have their own movie.
Nigga, they have $1 billion entertainment in just India.
There's no Puerto Rican Hollywood.
Right. Yeah, bro. These niggas have their own Hollywood.
And have y'all seen those movies?
They're not for us.
But the thing is, we haven't seen them,
that.
and they still made hundreds of millions of dollars.
No, billions.
Because there's billions of Indians.
I'm not saying, look.
They have their own world. If you an Indian, You can make plenty of money supplying services to
But
him.
they're making money.
You don't got to touch a white bitch.
They're making money off the merit of just the sheer number of people, not the quality of the product.
You hate.
No, you're hating.
Yeah, like
you're
you just
hating,
fucking
bro.
hate. That doesn't even make
Right,
sense.
right.
You sound like Dave Portnoy, nigga.
No, bro, that's crazy. That's
Who doesn't make money off the amount of people buying
But
their
the
shit?
original point was, let's not lose the original point, was that
The cap on the
Akash
funny.
would never, well, that was, but he would also never go to any, like, that nigga ain't
That's crazy. Okay, now that's a question I want
That's
to
also
ask.
insane.
That's insane, bro. I just think it's insane.
I don't think he has ever been to India, but also,
Nigga, what?
That's a hell of a thing to say about a nigga who has a podcast and probably talked about going to India.
he's done comedy in India. Think about it.
I'm willing to bet.
I'm willing to bet.
He don't even seem
And,
like
and I'm willing to bet he's open to it.
Yeah.
he's open to it, but nigga, ain't nobody trying to go to fucking India. Like,
Nigga,
maybe Europe.
He's
maybe
not
Europe.
trying to go to India.
Maybe Europe.
That's what the
maybe
problem
Europe.
is.
Nigga,
Europe.
okay, to be fair, okay, I kind of get where you're coming from. I'm not pressed on going to India, but I also know there's kings, princes.
The point-
nigga, nigga, there is money over there.
His point is, you would rather be American superstar than Indian legend. But Indian legend is nothing to bat an eye at.
At all.
I'm gonna give you
Like,
that.
that's actually some phenomenal shit.
And overall, it might be bigger than American Legend.
I'm gonna give you that because what's that?
American All-Star.
American All-Star, yeah.
What's that African Nigerian singer?
African Nigerian singer.
That he does
Stormy
runs in Nigeria.
You
Nigga, why did I search
You was gonna
African
Google African Nigerian
Look at that.
singer.
He's gonna pop up.
But it's
The dark-skinned
redundant.
nigga with the
African
locks.
is
I know
Nigerian.
you're talking about. Oh, what's that nigga's name?
Well, Nigerian is African.
Burner Boy.
That nigga has been doing
He's been going crazy, and he's a global. Same with what's the other nigga? Diplo. Is it not? No, not Diplo. The Spanish nigga.
Bad Bunny and something.
Bad Bunny.
And all them niggas like they can tour in their country forever, but
no, they can tour.
And their countries are not as big as India.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna get a way bigger bag in India.
Yeah.
I don't even think Indians over there have that type of sense of humor. But what was the?
But he can always lean into that sense of humor,
And he can just make fun of white people for them.
Exactly. That's a fact.
That's a goat. He has go-to content.
We were talking about having a cap on Funny because he's only been with one woman, but he doesn't have to. If he just like Kevin Hart switched into family comedy, it's like you just switch to family comedy, Indian comedy. Like it's just not comedy about getting bitches or experiences with different women. But he can talk about
That's not all comedy
My
is.
friend was complaining about his wife, so he can still have.
There's still and like he can still observe things. He can. There's still, but I feel like an even bigger cap on his comedy than being with one woman is being friends with Andrew. Because a lot of times, Akash just feels like brown Andrew Schultz.
His live show does.
His comedy, all that. It just kind of feels like just
Not as
brown
much-
Andrew Schultz.
On the podcast, not as much for me. I see Akash standing alone on the podcast, even though I could be wrong. But when I see, I don't know. But when watching his stand up live though, I'm like, oh, he's just like Flagrant. That's it.
That's what I'm talking about. His comedy.
Oh, okay. But like on podcasting wise, I'm like, they seem like completely different people to me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Even though they're friends, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are friends, but I know the difference between y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he don't seem to be D-riding like crazy or nothing like that. But
it's interesting though. How did we get on this?
Started with Dave Portnoy, Flagrant. It just kind of came
What was the
around.
original question though? I don't think we really put a pin in that.
It was really just talking about how Flagrant was pressing Dave Portnoy.
Alex was pressing.
Yeah, same thing.
And even Alex pressing, like he never. It's never like I just got caught in a corner in Brooklyn, and these niggas is asking where my chain is. Like it's kind of just
I
like
always leave the window for you to go out.
it's kind of just like he's saying the question that nobody else is saying, but he's saying it very nicely.
Right. That's true.
He's saying
He's at least putting it on the table.
He's putting it on the table, but he's not like you're not scared about it.
Right.
Leaving the black man do the hard stuff.
But somebody has to.
Somebody has to, or it would just be a dick sucking fest over there.
Yeah. Otherwise, you gotta have a shooter.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Why not a black man? And he's Puerto Rican.
D-sucking.
He is actually, yeah. But
half.
Let's see. Imaginary Bill. I don't know where to go next. Let's see.
They hate it when you do that.
They don't always hate it. Actually, I do exactly know where to go next. So Vlad TV. So people are, so the Tupac case has officially been solved, apparently. Like,
is it closed or arrest has just been made?
So what happened was Keefe D, because of his Vlad TV interviews, and I think more outside of the Vlad TV interviews, but mainly his Vlad TV interviews, has talked too much and broken his proffer agreement that he has signed for the murder of Tupac. And pretty much all the way Vlad was questioning him and interviewing him and things like that got him to say things. And Vlad was pretty much referencing a book that he wrote, that Keefe D had wrote, about the night Tupac got murdered.
Yeah.
So
in other words, he was using his words.
Exactly.
But what, he told the police something else?
I guess he told the police something else, or I don't know. So a proffer agreement is pretty much just an agreement that, like,
yeah, break that down for the people.
Yeah,
and
so,
me.
Yeah, so pretty much a proffer agreement is like, it's official ratting. You're a rat officially. Like,
you made a statement.
You made a statement, whether it was to, I tell you who the shooter is, to alleviate the charge that I really did. If I was the shooter, I'll put this on somebody else. Even there was like multiple people in the car.
Is it what T.I. did on his cousin?
Essentially, but
he was dead.
No, it was dead. But this is blatant.
But he put it on him.
This is pretty much blatant ratting. So if I rat you out and say that you killed Tupac, even though I did, I'm putting the body on you, I'll sign something that says, all right, well, this is the information you signed. If you present anything else outside of this later down the line, then you broken the proffer agreement and we can come in and pick your ass up for the murder of Tupac. So it's like, even though the dude that did get arrested for the murder of Tupac,
Orlando Anderson,
nobody believed it was him because he was like a Pac stan, or he looked up to Pac, and they always thought it was Keefe D. Keefe D finally said too much. And a lot of people are saying that Keefe D is such an old nigga, he had cancer. They think he just stopped giving a fuck because he's like, I'm about to die anyway. So he just started talking more and things of that nature and pretty much broke his proffer agreement. And then what happened was, because he broke the proffer agreement, the police came in, ran an investigation, found certain things, found evidence from the night of that murder, because apparently there was like a shell or something was left. He had something still in his house.
Amateur.
Some old memorabilia from a murder case that you
Don't
barely...
just say a murder case.
Tupac's murder.
He might have killed Tupac, allegedly.
Well, he probably did. I mean, he did. He did, essentially. Yeah. So I mean,
we can say that?
He's admitted to it.
Okay.
He hasn't been fully charged, but he's admitted to it himself. Yeah. So
it's always the niggas that's in the documentary talking that did it.
Yeah. So
same shit with King Von.
But the whole thing is, like, Vlad has been getting like
scrutinized.
He's been scrutinized because I think this is the first time, like, we can officially say Vlad TV has gotten. We can't even say it. We can say Vlad TV content has directly landed somebody in jail, like, because the police even made statements saying the police has tried to subpoena.
We use your video.
Yeah, and the police tried to subpoena the raw video footage, and Vlad still did refuse to turn it over. But
he tried.
He still didn't, but it was already on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Vlad also went to Piers Morgan. Actually, Flacco was talking about this. So
the sentiment that Vlad TV is the police or the feds has been reiterated by a lot of people in the past. But they will often accuse Vlad TV of getting Casanova 2 times or AR Ab arrested.
Knew most of the information months of the investigation.
Interviews that Keefe D did with multiple media outlets.
Within the first few months of the investigation, our detectives knew most of the information I just briefed you on. However, we never had the necessary evidence to bring this case forward and present it for criminal charges. As time went on, this case had been reviewed multiple times by different investigators assigned to my section, that this case was reinvigorated as additional information came to light related to this homicide. Specifically, Dwayne Davis's own admissions to his involvement in this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets. In our section, we knew at this time that this was likely our last time to take a run at this case to successfully solve this case and bring forth a criminal charge.
Well, now
we just heard from the leading detective.
I'm about to say, now he's trying to suck his own. Like, he's like, this is the last time.
And that's another thing, too. So if y'all watch the Poetic Flacco video, he does lay it out pretty nicely in terms of that. But we also got to keep in mind, Flacco does not like Vlad. So in this video,
there's a little bit of bias.
Yeah, for sure. So that part has to be said. Like, this is not a completely objective perspective. It is. You can get some hard facts out of this. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely not objective because Vlad.
It's gonna be some color commentary on top.
I think he even said Vlad took his Instagram down low key.
Yeah. So this is a personal issue.
It's a personal hit. So it's like there's moments when he's like, "You think Vlad cares about you guys?"
Vlad TV admits that he was the first Keefe D interview, and he was the one that got the information out of Keefe D.
Were you the first YouTuber to get Keefe D? I think you were, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So before Vlad TV, Keefe D was in the clear. The police ain't have enough information to arrest them.
Okay.
After Vlad TV, they opened up an investigation because they felt like they had enough to arrest Keefe D at this point. Now, a lot of people would tell the story of Keefe D going on Vlad TV as Keefe D went on Vlad TV and Keefe D was self-snitching his butt off. That's not the case. If you watch...
He did.
That is the question.
No
matter what question Vlad asks, as a grown man who pays his taxes on time, you're responsible for divulging the information you find useful to you.
Yeah.
If you say too much, that's on you. You have the right to not answer the question.
And we can't be mad at Vlad for buying the book, reading the book that you put out,
or at least
and going crazy and just doing your job at a high level.
Yeah,
that's just what it comes down to.
Vlad probably paid the nigga to read the book, but he
still
still paid the nigga.
He did his job at a high level in terms of questioning.
And
you know
shout out to the Smiths for finally getting closure. You know, this is important. Like this is what we've all been waiting for them to get closure.
The whole family.
You know, shout out to her, man.
It's so sick.
That's a whole another conversation because
it's sick, man.
Like, man, if my wife, like, I don't care how much you loved him.
I don't give a
you better
fuck.
not care about no closure.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a family, we got kids.
You still don't have closure over a nigga. Like, imagine if he was still alive.
They wouldn't be together. There would be no Will
More
and
than
Jada.
likely.
There wouldn't be. There'd be no Will and Jada.
Only because she would be trying to chase Tupac, not because they would be together.
Exactly.
You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying?
She's definitely chasing.
Yeah.
Will Smith probably would have been with a white woman. But
for sure.
I will say overall, for any case for a Vlad TV interview to be used in, to play devil's advocate, is solving the murder of Tupac, one of the biggest mysteries in all of nigga history. Is that not worth it? It's not like it was just like some young Chicago nigga where like it's a bunch of teenagers who got a RICO. This nigga might have solved one of the biggest mysteries in all of hip hop history.
No, that's true. And that's another thing too. I was gonna ask y'all, like,
this nigga ain't solved no mystery.
Well, he was going around
That's
for
what
years.
they blaming him for?
No, yeah, because I didn't even realize that Vlad was on this type of time.
Yeah.
And because they were started playing, like Flacco played a couple clips where he was like, Vlad's been going around saying, I single-handedly solved the Tupac murder. Like, he's been saying that ever since he did the Keefe D interview. And I was like, man, that's kind of a crazy thing to just be running around saying. Like,
yeah. But
you know
he
what I'm
did.
saying? Yeah, but I don't think I want to serve anybody's, I wouldn't even chase that story the way he did. Like me and Vlad in terms of what we're chasing is different. Like, you know, he's getting he's entered into every arc. He's ignited beef. He's fueled beef. He's been the only reason people have beefed. Then
Nigga, the Avatar.
Right. Then he went to rappers and things like that. Then he's gotten mob bosses on there, you know?
But
he's done all these, he's just filling his shit with these old war stories and shit like that. I don't know.
And this is one of the most popular stories in all of hip hop, nigga. It's kind of, and it's almost like finding Bigfoot. Like, there's more content to be made.
I guess this is big. He's cemented himself.
It's more content to be made looking for Bigfoot than actually finding him.
Honestly, the whole thing with Vlad is when I've heard Vlad speak about what he wanted his platform to be, you know, like, and he's
from the mixtape DVD era,
and he's done exactly what he said. And so, in terms of chasing down the Tupac's killer story, Vlad was already kind of cemented in history, but now
the nigga solved the biggest murder in all of it. So now,
Vlad TV is a part of hip hop history. Period. Now
niggas is talking shit, calling them the feds, but he has another pedigree on his resume now.
He does.
Like he could go down as one of the illest journalists in all of hip hop.
So
he solved Tupac's murder.
You just like Jada.
How so?
You getting closure, nigga.
It's funny, but if you solved the case, you would be talking shit, right?
But it's just like I feel you though, but like nigga, I feel like this is one of those things where everybody knew who did it. It's just it's just about proving it in the court of law.
Nah, everybody thought it was Orlando Anderson.
Bro.
Orlando Anderson was a citizen of United States of America.
That's crazy.
Nigga, I hit Siri on accident, nigga.
Vlad?
I hit Siri on accident, nigga.
Orlando Anderson.
Nigga, that shit happened. I was like, what is happening right now?
How does Siri know that nigga?
I guess she heard us talking, I guess. But yeah, Vlad did everything he set out to because like
man.
He really that's why he does this whole chronological order thing. I think if we're looking at the dark media side of him, he wants to interview so many people and have everybody's full story and everything that's ever happened to them talked about. That way, no matter what happens, for the end of time,
it's just good or bad.
He's touched good or bad, and he's touched. Let's say he's touched 5,000 people in entertainment in the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
So for the next 100 years, even if we only talk about 2,500 or 2,000 of them, Vlad TV still keeps moving.
And it's so like random because he could be asking like, I don't know, 𝙿𝙾𝚃 about a basketball game he played in.
Right.
And then, a year from that, 𝙿𝙾𝚃 gets shot at a basketball game. Then he uploaded the fucking
exactly.
It's like 𝙿𝙾𝚃 at a basketball game when he was hooping.
It's crazy, bro. And it's like
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy
God
how
forbid.
it's crazy.
Yeah, kind of just lays.
Yeah.
Nigga knocked on.
Was that somebody knocking?
No, I just knocked on wood. The
Oh,
nigga just
okay.
killed 𝙿𝙾𝚃 in a hypothetical.
Yeah, but so yeah, it's interesting how he's done it. And I would never be chasing no shit like that. I don't think that's not my thing. I'm not chasing those type of stories. But for somebody like him, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Somebody got to take that role, and somebody will take that role, and it was Vlad.
I don't think he ever thought he was going to actually solve that though.
I think he does.
I think it's just to find the Bigfoot content.
And I feel like him being white gives him a lot of protection. Like if he was black, niggas would be trying to.
Well, niggas have tried to kill Vlad though.
Really?
Yes.
Believe it.
Yeah, people have tried to kill Vlad.
There's probably been many.
Yeah, he's
the nigga solving crime.
Assassination.
He went to Piers Morgan though too.
Talking about
Vlad.
Piers Morgan. I don't know what's been going on with him recently. I feel like his barrier for who he's gonna talk to is just getting smaller and smaller.
Not really. I kind of like what he's doing because I didn't know Piers Morgan is old, right?
Yeah,
So,
which makes you expect for him to talk to other old white people all the time.
Exactly, which also means he's been around for a long time, and because he's pretty big too.
Yeah,
but he's talking to a lot of people that I watch.
A lot of different meetings.
He's having like YouTube content.
He's worked his way into my algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
That's your algorithm.
Yeah, so he's doing a good job in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because
he's doing what Charlamagne's supposed to be doing.
Because this nigga, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Because this nigga's probably been around for like 20 years already.
Yeah,
and I just heard about it for the first time when he interviewed like Andrew Tate or who was the first? It was like just Pearly Things or some shit like that. Like,
he's old as shit.
He talked to Andrew Tate. He talked to a few savory characters.
So where that was the first time I even heard of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, he's been around for a minute. But he was asking Vlad some questions and shit.
Vlad up there with his Fendi shirt.
Seeing Vlad in this environment is insane.
Right.
A Gucci
he
shirt.
kind of went along with the, what was written in the book. Everything and much time to live.
Believe he was doing that as you. He appears to have incriminated himself in this interview, certainly the last one. Did you believe he was doing that as you interviewed him?
Well, I think that he believed that he had a level of immunity when he did the proffer agreement. I think at the time he was saying that he had cancer, so maybe he didn't think he had much time to live. So he was just kind of letting it loose at that point. But, it was a little bit crazy that he actually sat down and we did everything. And when I asked him about it, sometimes he would try to dodge certain questions, but ultimately I used the book as a blueprint. So whenever a question wouldn't get answered, I said, well, the book said X, Y, and Z. And then at that point, he kind of went along with the, what was written in the book.
It's been reported that you have resisted efforts by the police to hand over all the unedited tapes. Is that true? And if so, why?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, ultimately, people that we have on our show, we don't turn around and cooperate against those same people with the police. For me, just in terms of, business-wise and my ethics and so forth, I just feel there's something wrong. So when Las Vegas police reached out to me multiple times, I just never responded. I think what they did ultimately want was the raw footage. That was an email that they sent after a couple of phone calls went unanswered. Ultimately, if you know the style of our footage, everything that we film gets released. So I think there's a little bit of a barking up the wrong tree situation, but maybe they thought there was a gotcha on there in the footage that was unreleased, which I'm not aware of it since everything did get released. But ultimately, we don't cooperate with the police. And, you know, we've had situations where police have tried to get footage from us, and we've had our lawyers step in and actually block it.
Now are you concerned? I mean, you know, I've done many interviews, including crime interviews, actually, over the years. And there's always a certain element of concern as an interviewer when you stray into that kind of territory about repercussions from people involved. I mean, given there's now been...
Okay. Yeah, Piers, nigga, goddamn.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Vlad...
Forgot he was British.
Nigga said, Vlad, yeah, you know, 12, they hit us up, but, you know, many times, but we never cooperated.
No, yeah, he sounded like Max Bigavale on the DVD back in the day.
He sounded like Frank Vladimir, nigga. This nigga is a...
Was Saint
for the mob.
Franklin Saint, nigga.
Yeah.
Vlad don't give a fuck. Vlad said Vlad TV is up right now.
Literally.
All those clips. And look, you know what's even funnier is he was like, I want to turn the footage over to the police. Nigga, I need these numbers on my YouTube.
Yeah.
Because once it's evidence, it can't be public anymore?
That I don't know. I don't know what the legal thing, I don't know what that's about.
Because if that's true, then the whole I didn't cooperate with the feds has a caveat now. Because what was the incentive for not cooperating?
You think Boosie would still be fucking with Vlad if he cooperated? If Boosie had information about this?
Boosie was just asking the Kamala Harris to like do a police event. It looked like he was about to start snitching.
He just got caught up in a jam.
Exactly.
With a lot of jelly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But you remember, he was the hardest on niggas with the whole snitching and telling allegations. So the fact that he's even trying to work with the police now, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, my nigga?
It's strange.
Yeah,
there must be an interesting loophole.
He put himself in such a position that he can't ever work with the police.
Yeah.
It's like he put himself in such a position where he low-key can't even work for the police to do a fundraiser for the hood.
Like, he couldn't even pay a parking ticket. That's too
You know what I'm
cooperative.
saying? Like, he made it seem like, don't ever work with them. If you work with them, you're a rat. You can't even throw a charity event for them now. Like, with the police. So,
damn.
He did that shit to himself, though, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel that bad for him.
Yeah, you know, self-inflicted wounds don't get sympathy.
Oh, you know what? I guess since I can't see the computer no more anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, what happened?
The computer was about to die.
Oh, okay.
So I had to put the power cord back in because we need the audio more than we need to watch and play things online. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Lauren once again, people.
Yeah, shout out Lauren. But yeah, watch the Piers Morgan joint was literally like a 6-minute interview. Quick as hell video.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the description. But watch Flacco because Flacco was on timing. I ain't gonna lie. Because he doesn't like Vlad, the video hit harder. But you know, anytime you're watching the video by a nigga that doesn't like somebody else, it hits. It's got
that nigga was speaking clearly, no stuttering.
It's got a comedic level that you definitely want to see. Yeah. Because he was like, hey, you
fluent
think
English.
He's like, you think this nigga likes y'all? You know, Flacco. I said, oh, this nigga's on timing right now.
This nigga,
he brought it out of him.
Right. Let's see. Oh, let's talk about Mav Hoffa. So ring, imaginary bell. So Mav Hoffa.
This nigga just manages to sneak his way into every episode.
Yeah, recently. And
he's a legend, man.
Okay, so I did watch something with Mav Hoffa. Let's just address he pretty much clapped back at Sean Bigger. The dude who he fired or whatever, released or doesn't work there no more. I don't know exactly what the situation is. Long story short, the nigga don't work there no more. You know what I'm saying?
He's not allowed back in his shop.
Yeah, the Sean Bigger. And
put on leave.
He clapped back at him and he went on Instagram Live. And then it was funny because he was just like, I bought clothes for these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, he was on live and he's in the airport. No, he's on the plane. He's on the plane.
With cell service.
That was the crazy part. So it was before they took off.
Okay.
First.
So that means it was important. He had to get this off.
And then when he landed, before You know when niggas standing up waiting for the cockpit to open? The nigga got on live immediately as soon as the plane landed again.
Oh, so his heart was pounding the whole flight.
Yeah, so he had a 2-part live. The first part was before takeoff. The second part was after takeoff. And all I kept thinking was, imagine if I had to get stuck. If he was, it looked like he might have been on the middle seat shit.
Yeah.
Imagine if this nigga is next to me on live talk about, nigga, I bought these niggas clothes. You don't want me to expose this shit. I'd be like, nigga, what are you doing right now, bro?
Like, you bought him
You be uncomfortable.
Like, first of all, like, what does that mean? Like, you tricking them? Like, wait.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Are they weird for receiving free clothes, or are you weird for buying them clothes?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was on no puffy. Let me go shop. Like we should go shopping.
Yeah, let me
and
help you
shit.
try this
It
on.
didn't feel like that. It felt more of like he was bossing up. Like, nigga, I gave y'all an opportunity to where y'all didn't even have clothes, and I put money in your pocket to be on this show type shit. It was one of those like you wearing clothes that I bought you to this day.
Trying to big brother.
But that's probably just so you look better on my cameras.
Yeah, pretty
So who
much.
are you really benefiting?
That's true. That is a good point too. So yeah, that was weird. So he addressed them and he was kind of going in. Then QueenzFlip got into the live as well. It was like, nah, chill. And then he started going in at, which is also funny, like QueenzFlip be on a lot of niggas' lives. I've noticed, like, he'll just be in somebody's comments, and it's like, anytime, Danny has a lot of videos where he's covering some Joe Budden shit. QueenzFlip, their world, and there's something that happened on the live stream.
There's an IG live with QueenzFlip that's evidence.
Yeah, there's always an IG live with QueenzFlip in the comments or him that's evidence against whatever case Danny is painting. And I'm like, QueenzFlip might need to get the fuck off of IG live.
This nigga, he really do it.
He really do it. But
it takes consistency and hard work.
Yeah, but what's the name was kind of going in on him too, and he was like, he was like, leave me alone, nigga. I'll go in on your mans. Whatever happened to that episode that I'm not being accurate. Whatever happened to that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, that episode never came out. So
which episode?
So do you remember when well, it's okay, but I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was Mav Hoffa and Joe Budden show. Do y'all remember this? It was called something.
This sounds like a lie.
But I know
Mav Hoffa and Joe Budden.
But I remember watching Joe Budden.
My expert podcast.
It was called something. What the fuck was it called?
Yeah, there's no opinions on that motherfucker.
Damn, what the fuck was it called? Because it was.
You remember it though?
How long ago was this?
Long time ago.
Do you remember if it was good or not? Because just off the top of my head,
I feel like it was like early when Mav kind of first started.
So he probably didn't have too much skin in the game. Joe Budden was carrying a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, like the whole my expert opinion thing kind of had just taken off. So I think
he still had an amateur opinion at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they had a whole new name for it, and apparently people liked it. And I can't remember. I just maybe saw one.
Well, it sounds like it was a fucking burp in the wind.
Nigga, the fact that you can't remember that shit means the universe don't want you.
Pretty much. But long story short, it seems like Joe Budden got a nice little cachet of interviews that he don't plan on putting out. Because he ain't putting, he definitely said this past week he's not putting the Tasha K shit out. And then he also isn't about to put out, apparently he's holding on to
I know chick.
Oop, got it. Apparently he's also holding on to a Chig's, not a Chig's. He's also holding on to one of these joints with Mav Hoffa. Here we go. For not dropping their podcast.
Joe Budden,
I know chick.
good opinion.
I'll be selling that one next. You niggas.
Hang on, Mav, going crazy.
Was not about to give him another one of his content pieces. Now today, Math Hoffa was on Instagram Live. QueenzFlip hopped in the comments and Math was quick to confront him about it, asking him, yo, why didn't Joe drop that episode? Here's what Math said.
Just believe that somebody could punch me in the face and take a ratchet from me. The Brooklyn Bridge is for sale right now, $29.99. $29.99.
There's a white woman.
Holla at me. I'll be waiting for you under the bridge to hand you the deed. For all you niggas that bring up fake niggas to my chats and my comments about some fake ass shit, if you really believe it, the Brooklyn Bridge is on sale for $29.99. I'm gonna get that out the way, then the Manhattan Bridge, I'll be selling that one next. And then the Williamsburg.
Let me see what he got.
He's just trying to emphasize.
I've been on the internet.
He's just trying to emphasize, you know, how crazy it is these niggas are.
Yeah.
Like, if you that crazy, you probably try to buy the Brooklyn Bridge from me.
Yeah.
You niggas is insane.
That's crackhead logic.
To hit Mav Hoffa and take his poll does sound, not achievable, nigga.
It does. That doesn't sound like something that was happening. I see Matt punch too many people to believe that he's getting his pistol taken from him.
I mean, but once your pistol's gone,
It can always happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He'll smack the shit out of
it
a
was
poll.
probably a shocking thing. It's never happened to him before. He was stunned.
True.
He was startled.
You know me? QueenzFlip, I'm on a plane. You already invaded Joe Budden's show. Leave my live alone. Leave my live alone, Flip.
Some of the emotes.
I see how you moving. I see how you moving.
His eyes
I
look
don't like
crazy.
when he does this.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's terrifying.
Don't make me start with you, Flip.
Man, I don't know if this nigga's ever been on a flight before.
Why that episode never came out, Flip?
I can't believe he made it past TSA.
Did I cook your man?
Did I cook your man?
Did I cook your man on his own show? Why that episode never came out, Flip? Here's more shit for y'all to talk about. For free! Me and Joe don't got beef.
Thank you, man, Papa.
Yeah,
we do not have beef.
Yeah. Can y'all put thank you, Mav Hoffa in the comments just so in case he sees our video, we want him to feel
appreciated. Like an
You
important
know what I mean?
individual in the podcast space.
You gave us a 13 minutes that we weren't expecting to have in this show. And we appreciate you for it because something has to happen every week.
Or maybe we shouldn't be thanking him. He might be distracting us from something more important.
Well, this is the thing. It doesn't matter how many moments he gives us to talk about weekly. If the podcast sucks, nobody's going to go over there. So it's like now.
So we're not bringing nobody over there.
We might bring people over there and then they'll be like, why the fuck are we here? Get back on the airplane. And
I
talk
see
some
what they
more
was talking
shit.
about. Let me go back.
right. So it's like.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. That's kind of weird. So I guess he apparently cooked them on his own show.
Everybody crying about Joe not releasing the.
I kind of don't want Joe. I hope Joe just keeps interviewing people and not releasing the shit because that was really one of the
Not
biggest.
even recorded.
Yeah, not even recorded. Have him sit
This shit
there,
ain't live.
do the whole thing, never hit record,
That would be fucked.
Just wasting nigga time.
bro. Because it's like
just to taunt him.
last week I was like kind of upset because I was just like, I don't care what he's talking about. Like with this Twitter space, why'd you interview her? Why'd you interview Tasha K if you were never gonna put it out? But now, watching how mad people get when their interviews don't come out, I kind of like this shit.
And as Machiavelli and as Joe Wiz, like this is like he probably feels so powerful in this moment.
Dead ass, bro. Because everybody knows what a Joe Budden podcast is gonna do for your career. You're tapping into his 10 million plays a week or whatever the fuck his numbers are. Like apparently he's getting like 10 million downloads a week or some shit like that.
Who do you see benefit from like a Joe Budden stimulus package?
A podcast on the come up.
And it's
You see Mav.
I want to come a podcast, but like
Or even
people who
an established one.
People who already have notoriety.
For sure, absolutely, because it's like two powerhouses coming together. We want to see that more than anything else.
But do you see
a no name nigga?
Yeah.
Do you see Matt and like
Homeroom
mentally sparring with Joe Budden? You see him catching up.
When I saw them going back and forth on that My Expert Opinion episode, it wasn't notable. I don't remember. I do remember QueenzFlip was there, and I remember they were kind of arguing about how QueenzFlip had a photographer or a videographer that he wasn't able to pay, and Mav Hoffa ended up hiring him and taking his cameraman from him. I don't know exactly what it was about. Something along that.
Well,
but it was like
wasn't paying for. He didn't get taken.
yeah.
away.
So I don't know. It was like nothing from that episode had me remembering like, man, we need this every week. I don't remember any moments like that. I do remember they sat down on My Expert Opinion one time. I feel like the lighting was really dark and I was confused on is the shop closing right. It was like I don't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
They were in between hours.
yes, who knows? But
Matt Hoffa isn't insane enough to go against Joe Budden. Truly,
I don't think so either. And I think he might piss him off too much.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's probably what happened.
Maybe Joe will bring the best out of Mav though.
Or the violence out of Mav.
Right. Yeah, fuck this Buddha Mav. I just don't like it. Oh, but I did watch My Expert Opinion though, and it's so kind of hard to keep up with the. I wish he would kind of put like part 1, part 2, because he's been interviewing K Shine
in pieces.
in pieces. I think he's releasing them in pieces. I haven't seen anything with the full episode, but I've watched all the K Shine ones so far, and those are pretty good. And as I'm watching it, I don't know how many battle rappers Math Hoffa has actually interviewed, but I've seen people try to get battle rap podcasts. I've seen people try to get battle rap podcasts to take off, and they don't take off ever. They suck normally.
Not enough people care about just battle rap.
Yeah, I was about to say it's real specific. It's too niche.
It really is.
There's a lot of loose viewers, and then there's like a small percentage of niggas who are diehard who can name battle rappers like wrestlers or basketball players.
Right, dead ass though, dead ass. So it's like, but when he was doing the K Shine one, I was like, damn, why doesn't he have more battle rappers like on here? Like,
because then you would lose money.
And then the thing is, that nigga K Shine, like a couple weeks ago, the nigga was going on a tirade talking about Smack and how like
that's another thing
you know,
too. So that's
like
why
these contracts, you know,
it was a lot of contract talk.
Niggas being weird. That's what I was
and it was
weird.
That's
bad deals.
Nigga, that's literally what it was all kind of about. I've always, bro, me and my homie, bro, we love battle rap still. Like, I don't follow it like I used to follow wrestling, but I fuck with battle rap. Like,
I follow all the battle rap pages on IG.
If I hear there's a local battle, I might pop in just to see if a nigga get his head bit off.
You
know
heard
what I'm saying?
Anderson Burrs?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember him.
He's actually
a couple of them. I ain't gonna shout them out though. Yeah, I don't want to shout all of them out, but a couple of them was all right. Yeah, a couple of them was all right.
Said some good spitters.
Yeah. But the fuck was I about to say? I always found it interesting because I always wondered how much money that shit makes. Because when the DVD era ended, I thought battle rap was like dead. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people
I think, you know, I was like the infrastructure, and then it always frustrated me and my homie, like, why does it feel like nobody ever knows how much time is left in the round?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like always been like little nigga shit that we've literally been dealing with for 20 years. And that's always bothered us. And I always wondered, like, I wonder how tight the business is or how bad or good the business is on the back end. So seeing K Shine up there, I was like, oh, this is a great spot for him to come. Because Math is from that. You know what I'm saying? He understands. Math has battled with several leagues. He understands exactly what he's talking about. The only thing is, like, the contract sounds so tight that K Shine really isn't able to say anything. It was just a lot of passion. And he was terrible at explaining it. And I watched every clip because I was like, I want to understand what you're trying to tell me so bad.
Like,
but he would get halfway in the story and be like, but you know, this contractually, you know, we can't talk about that.
Start beating around the bush.
And I was like, oh, God, please just spill the fucking beans, bro.
And the way the
contract, go to Patreon for that.
Yeah, the way the contract's set up, you cannot explain it just the way it is. So it's like beat around the bush, it sounds like you in the Illuminati.
Yeah, exactly. So it looked kind of crazy, and it's like maybe K Shine's not the most articulate either. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it's like
I think he was just very frustrated because he was talking
definitely
about
was frustrated.
Like I was frustrated with him when he was like, man, you got these niggas who aren't the battle rappers, like. How the CEO beefing with like a battle rapper? Like that don't even make sense. Why is the CEO standing in front next to Smack? Like nigga, what?
Yeah, but it's kind of that whole thing is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They make it seem like I think it's a mess back there. But it sounds like the contracts are tight because the nigga couldn't speak on nothing.
Yeah, he signed some shit that he's scared of.
Right? Yeah, he's in court with Daylight. I didn't even know that. I didn't know Daylight was taking this nigga to court.
What?
Yeah, apparently, because he brought that up. He was like, Daylight is literally suing the URL. I'm like, damn, we
Daylight the only smart one.
I'm like, bro, we need a URL like documentary because every so often when a story kind of pops up, you're like, this is some nigga shit.
Surviving Smack.
Low key, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and I wonder I don't know. It's always just seemed so unorganized, and now that we're kind of getting people kind of speaking out and shit. I mean, Daylight never spoke out. I never heard about no Daylight suing Smack. Whatever, but you know, it's kind of interesting. But I did like seeing K Shine with Math though.
Yeah,
I did like that essentially. So what I'm saying is just like,
K Shine's just a cool nigga.
I fuck with K Shine too though, and it's funny. I didn't like K Shine until he started doing 2-on-2. I hated solo K Shine.
Word.
I never liked solo K Shine, but when him and DNA revolutionized the 2-on-2 battles, they are the best battle rap duo. They revolutionized that shit, bro. It's crazy.
So like what we see now is because of them.
With the 2-on-2 shit? Yeah. And even when you watch them.
Hey, you talking about when they tag team, right?
The tag team shit. Yeah, bro. Because it was like they started the whole 2-on-2. They took that shit to another level immediately. Like, and I was, like I said, I wasn't a huge K-Shine fan, nigga. They started doing that. I was like, this nigga is going crazy right now. Like, you know? But yeah, I do kind of want to see Math do more. I would like to see Math do more battle rappers. Especially the ones that aren't in any contractual agreement. So that we can get full stories. Like, I want to hear you interview like Reed Dollars, Murder Mook. Murder Mook still might be in some sort of contract, but you know those people. Like,
the nigga probably not cool with any of them. Knowing this nigga,
Serious Jones would be nice, but he hooked off on Serious Jones. He punched so many people, bro. It's just
and like once you punch so many people, now you kind of punch their friends too.
Yeah,
there's niggas associated with them that you can't fuck with no more.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that's probably why.
But he fake healed though. Now. Like, you think they be over it?
They probably want to smack him more.
Because he's probably, I don't know how old Math is, but I feel like he's in his 40s maybe.
They want to get their get back more. Like, now you want to be peaceful, nigga?
Yeah, when you
got to repent for these crimes.
You got to smack him when he's weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, imaginary Budden. Now, there was something that, I mean, ever since Fresh and Fit got demonetized, I never watched Fresh and Fit weekly anyway.
Never.
But Fresh and Fit were doing call-ins, and this dude was so respectfully told Fresh, this is the problem that people have with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't care. It seems like you're not trying. It doesn't look like you had any value.
Did it sound racist?
No. It sounded like a real fan. It was a genuine supporter. Like, he sounds like one of the niggas that sends $50 to $100 chats in to support them.
The thing is, his overall point is, you niggas get on here and preach that we should be trying to be the best self-actualized versions of ourselves. Yeah. And should be trying to constantly correct our flaws.
It'd be better.
You have a blatant speech impediment that everybody's been aware of since the beginning of this podcast, and it's still in the same, like, you haven't improved.
Yeah, there's no
You still
improvement.
have to, like, you still stumble on the same shit.
Kind of like when Flacco first started at No Jumper about a year ago, whatever. He had he always has a stutter, right? And obviously it's worse when somebody applies pressure on him. But like, he had the stutter, but then he was like, I'm gonna get speech classes.
It is.
And then he started getting speech classes, but it was like, niggas are like, I don't see nothing. But to be fair, with the whole speech classes, I don't know if y'all remember, I feel like niggas were in speech class all through elementary and middle school. Like, that shit was like an 8-year process. Like, I remember kids leaving like, oh, I got speech in elementary school.
I do remember that.
That was multiple years. They didn't do this shit for a year. It was some time.
Really elementary school, but I do remember that happening.
Yeah.
And even more so overall, not even just like him not being the most articulate, but just Myron being the sole carrier of the show.
Yeah, and it was just funny how he was kind of retorting some of the points, and it kind of made it look worse. And the dude was extremely nice about it. Like
he tried to be like, nigga, I actually love you.
Yeah,
kind of
bro.
why I'm telling you this.
Yeah, bro, it was sincere like that. And even when he tried to hit him with the whole, well, listen, bro, even if you don't see the results, I'm living my life, bro. I do what I do, and what I do, it's really complicated and it's really important to the job. But he was like, listen, look, bro, I'm just trying to tell you what people are telling you. Like, remember, I like you, bro. Like, I fuck with you. It's like, hold on, I'm gonna just play some of it.
Mind you, Myron is dead silent.
Myron is dead silent,
Myron ain't
bro.
say shit.
He didn't help the nigga till the very end, bro. To the very end. But I'm about to play it right now so y'all can hear how nice this nigga was.
Nigga was combing his synthetic waves.
The fuck? I'm clicking on the hyperlink. Oh, there it is.
All right, Fresh, I'm going to make it real quick, right? The reason why, like, a lot of people in the whole community hate on you is because of the fact that whatever you do to bring value is not seen. There's a level of, like, incompetence that comes across, and because you don't speak well and you stutter, and it seems like your growth in that aspect is super slow. From the outside looking in, it looks almost like you're leeching. So a lot of people look at you and they go, wait, man, I can do that better than he can. I can talk better than he can. I can act better than he can. I can regurgitate the same talking points better than he can. So that's why people look at you and they go, yeah, no, we don't really fuck with that guy. And it doesn't really help that you dismiss it and almost seem as though you're not really improving at a pace in which people can respect. So that's why people don't really fuck with you like that.
This is so polite.
I'm just saying what it is. I'm not a big Fresh hater. I understand that, like, you're growing in ways maybe I just don't see it. But it's just, you asked earlier as to why people always be hating and stuff like that. It's just because, objectively speaking, from the outside looking in, it looks like your progress is super slow. And for the regular average Joe, they go, I can do that same shit twice as fast, way better. And it's your lack of politely acknowledging that. So a lot of people just comes off condescending, and people just don't respect it. So that's why people don't give you the respect that you deserve, because you're part of the brand, Fresh and Fit, right? So that's what it is.
The Fresh comes first.
Okay.
Okay.
So so what do you have to say to that? Because I think you don't ever just brush it off and say they're haters or they're jealous or whatever, or like they're on the same level. But you have to admit on some level, like, some of the things that you've been doing to improve have been lax. It's even to the point where your own speech therapist was like, yo, this nigga's not even coming to practice. He's not even working on his vowels, his AEIOUs and shit.
How do we
the
know
regular
this?
Joes were like, yo, nigga, we learned that in grade 1. Like, you should be on that shit.
Okay, so I know I have things to work on. And once again, everyone does. So just because I didn't work on that all the way, doesn't mean that, like, I'm a bad person.
Which is the ultimate, that, like, ultimately, he took personal offense to this.
He did.
Instead of just taking it as constructive criticism.
The nigga said, doesn't mean I'm a bad person. There was not one moment that man said you were a bad person.
That you was a bad person, or that you can't get bitches, or that you wasn't fly.
He just said you're being lazy. That's all.
You not put in the work that you expect from your viewers.
Yeah.
The shit that you get on here and preach about fucking 5 days a week.
He doesn't have a student's mindset with the game. Like, you know, you got to be a student. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, it's like when you got LeBron James on your team, not to say that Myron is that level of talent, but it's just like when you getting completely carried.
I would say in their world he is.
In their world, yeah. But when you just overall, the fact that LeBron is going to score the points,
get
the rebounds, pass the ball, get the triple-double. That's what Myron is doing for Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, yeah.
You can beat J.R. Smith and not know how much time is left on the shot clock.
Yeah.
Nah, it's different, though. Like, that nigga just lazy.
No,
you know what
he's
I mean?
lazy, yeah. And I'm going to try to skip forward a little bit.
He seems like he's
I
habitually
screenshot
lazy.
that face just because that's the face.
Yeah.
That says it all.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, okay.
Like, he's like, Myron, you got anything you want to say to this?
Like, that's what you say after you, like, your girl got done just yelling at you. It's like, okay, are you
she's
done?
kind of right.
And this video is 16 minutes and
no.
This video is 16 minutes and 20 seconds long. Myron don't come in until about minute 14. Like, Myron let him deal with that.
He's dead silent.
You are a good guy. From what I can see, you're take that. Just so clear.
No. It's not you, other people. I think
it seems as though you lack motivation to do it, while you're critiquing. Sometimes too, we see Mo's weight loss, and that's coming.
But again, I'm not here to show myself behind Fresh is L, whatever. He's useless.
People can respect.
Well, if it takes me,
I'm just saying what people are. I'm just voicing what people are saying, right?
I get what you're saying.
Don't want to spend $10.
I get what you're saying. My thing is, like, I'm improving. Just I don't always show it on camera. And then secondly is, like, I understand you know the whole sentiment behind Fresh is L, whatever. He's useless, but I don't always have to show what I'm doing.
No. I don't think that. Just so we're clear.
No. It's not you. It's other people. I think for me, it's more like I understand what my role is here and what I'm doing here, and I don't always put on camera because once again, it's not important to put on camera. That being said, what is important is what role I play in my skill set. So I think for me, boasting about it on camera is not what I want to do, and I won't do it. And then thirdly, the shit I actually do, I'm not gonna talk about on camera because it's very hard what I do. And then I would say lastly is that yes, I'm improving.
See, the thing is, like, the skill set that we're referring to is something like it's obvious.
Yeah.
We're gonna listen to you and understand how good you are at what you're doing currently.
Yeah.
And the thing is, your show is called Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
It's literally themed around self-improvement. and you blatantly are not self-improving. You're the same nigga you was from episode 1.
Yeah, and blatantly.
At least
just
Myron
like,
would have got a hand transplant.
That's a fact. Yeah. And he's like blatantly putting it in our face, like throwing in their face too. Like, I'm getting all this money from you niggas, and
from telling you niggas to change without me doing a damn thing.
And I don't have to do a goddamn thing.
Like a genius.
And the crazy thing is, you would think he would try to take the fresh part more seriously, but I think he relates fresh in terms of just like putting a chain, bust down watch, and driving fancy cars.
The Steiny way of being fresh.
The Steiny way of being fresh, not like being fresh, like niggas asking what you got on.
Not a real curator of garments.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. So it's like, even that
He's
part,
not even doing it like a shout out teaching men's fashion, like telling niggas how to properly put a bow tie on.
or keep their skin cleaner or clear or some shit like that.
Like
they're not doing
advice.
Moisturization.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. And then let me see when I can.
Oh, I'm trying to get big like you. Just
Go ahead.
I really want to understand what Byron's true feelings are on this subject. Pause what?
Oh, I'll pause it.
No. I want to understand how Byron actually feels about this. Because he knows he's doing all the work.
He knows that.
But the thing is, it seems like there's some type of compassion he has for Fresh.
It does.
It's almost like your retarded little brother.
But
honestly, the way it's working, no. I feel you 100% on there. It doesn't matter how blatant it is. That's still my brother.
What if Fresh procures the bitches?
But they have team. They've talked about how they have somebody who does the social media for them, who gets the bitches for them.
Oh, yeah, that's out of their hands.
So I'm wondering if, and honestly, I think in the beginning, I think we might have spoke on this or alluded to this before. I think we spoke on this before, but I think in the beginning of Fresh and Fit's inception, Myron was not a go out nigga like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Fresh was I'm in the club 5 days a week. So I think in terms of getting the bitches and even rubbing shoulders with other powerful men or that are in this red pill space, I think he was pivotal in that.
And doing the networking.
And through the networking. But once you get there and say he's able to secure Tommy Marcin or Sartain, I think his name, Tommy Sartain, I think his fucking name or some shit like
Whoever
that.
that important nigga is.
But he's a red pill nigga and he's pretty intelligent at what he does or whatever. And then you go back and forth with Myron, you're like, oh shit, like this is the nigga I really need to be talking to. You know what I mean?
The nigga.
So, because at this point,
so he's a glorified secretary.
Yeah, so because at this point, like in terms of debate, they're not asking Fresh to pull up. They're asking Myron to pull up. You know what I mean? Because he's the one that he's intellectually on debate.
Intellectually
level.
Capable of having a
Capable
conversation.
of
He
having
does
that.
the actual research.
Right.
He
So-
tells Fresh what to believe.
Right, exactly. So I think it's just I think he was pivotal in the beginning.
Yeah.
And that could be more than enough reason to be loyal to a nigga. I don't care what y'all say because I wouldn't be here without this. You know
They're
what I'm
also
saying?
genuinely friends. That's obvious.
That's another
They
thing too.
obviously
Yeah,
are
that's
very
another
cool.
thing. That's another thing too. But I'm not gonna. Even if people feel like it's bringing the quality of the podcast down, I don't care because we wouldn't be here without him.
It's kind of like back when me and him first started hooping and he wasn't as decent as he is now. It's like, I would pick him because he's my friend, regardless of the quality of this team.
And then he'll do some dumb shit.
And not pass the whole
I'm the
game.
worst nigga on the team, but he do some dumb shit to make us lose.
Or do some sensational shit to help us with.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
But look, this is when Fresh kicks in. I mean,
As an individual,
Myron.
it's your life. If I feel like improvement today or tomorrow, it's up to me. Oh, Fresh, oh, look how you talk. Nigga, fuck you. I don't really care how I talk because it's my life, bro. It's like you can't tell me what to do with my life, bro. I've done this step to be successful.
tell me what to do with my life.
You may
The
say, oh,
self-help nigga.
I'm listening off Myron. Nigga, we've been listening from the very beginning as two people, bro. Like, I may not be on Myron's level. And look, kudos to Myron. He's done hella work for himself from the very beginning. I applaud him. I'm now in the gym. It took 30 years, but I'm here. Like, if it takes today or tomorrow, as a man, once again, it's up to me. That's all I'm saying, man.
I'm sorry. And that's solid then. Yeah, Myron, what's up?
I was gonna say real quick to address your thing because you gave some valid criticisms before as far as like the whole. That's why I made the clan joke. But with the suit and everything, bringing on Nick and everything else like that. Valid criticisms, bro. I get it. But my thing is, I look at it like I'm always.
He pretty much just said.
I don't disagree with you, but
He's like, you cook my man's. You were right.
he kind of heard.
But let me just tell you about some other things.
Yeah.
But this is also true.
Right?
with content, right? Obviously, I really hate censorship. I really hate the soy boy media. I hate the pussies, etc. And I want a podcast where the guys can actually, like, you know, get dating advice, get advice. Like, I mean, you got some very serious stuff, and you were able to call in and get some advice on it from two guys that kind of understand. And I think us being able to have that type of platform, we would be doing a disservice if we didn't platform certain people that people might not like. And people might have their issues with Nick. I personally like Nick. People can say whatever they want to say about him, but
he don't got nothing. How many pats on the?
Oh, go ahead. It's salesman.
I'm about to say, how many pats on the back you think they gave him when the cameras turned off?
Talking about the nigga.
Talking about Fresh.
Fresh. Hey man,
it's okay.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
bro.
them niggas don't know nothing.
They don't know nothing.
Let them super chat.
Yeah. These dumbass niggas are paying you anyway.
Literally.
I don't know. So
that is kind of crazy. He avoided that shit like a true African man.
He did. He got the fuck out of there.
Nobody
like,
talked
so
about
what?
nothing.
I'm a man. Like
He was like
Nigerian nigga.
He was, I'll do so much important shit behind the scenes you don't even know, but it just fails to tell us what this is.
Yeah, man, that nigga.
Like he just said that you are inadequate and you don't really provide value. That's something you should probably defend.
He got the same aura as 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑. The nigga just
a scam artist.
Yeah. I think that's it. I mean, there's more, but I think we're at like 2.5 right now. So
we at that plateau.
Yeah, and if you want to hit something else, we can hit another one.
Depends on how hot it is.
All right. The only thing that I have that I think is hot, I don't have anything that's hot enough, I don't think. I got Joe Budden, QueenzFlip, went to lunch with Mandy. Let me just hit the fake button. QueenzFlip went to brunch with Mandy, and then they did his show at something, the nighttime hour, the midnight, some shit like that. I can't remember.
It's
what
the
it's
light
called.
skinned girl with the big titties.
From Horrible Decisions.
Yeah.
And
She's still hoeing?
I don't know. I don't watch the show.
Probably not.
I don't know. I don't watch the show. So.
She's still making claim off of old hotels.
But shout out to Weezy because I fuck with Weezy a long way. But Mandy, they went to lunch. I don't know. It looked like some content over everything shit.
That's what it looked like, yeah.
Because it was like this argument they had. Like, you're not gonna talk about my mans. And then she was like leaving and they were like trying to down each other, like, you're an employee. No, I'm a boss. It was like, it was a WWE storyline. The shit was looking disgusting.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all don't even deserve to be on Tubi.
It was a fixed fight.
Yeah,
well, QueenzFlip was trying to help. Like, she was a little bit, she was
rusty. This is what QueenzFlip does.
Yeah.
QueenzFlip really is good for wrestling. Like, he could be a wrestler, but it's
very
just
theatrical.
Very theatrical. But it was just like, I don't know. That whole thing, I was like, is this content? Because if Joe don't fuck with Mandy, why the fuck would he be in why the fuck is the QueenzFlip including him in his content over everything? Circus that's directly reflected against Joe Budden, the nigga that she don't even like. They don't even like each other.
Has QueenzFlip missed a few Joe Budden episodes in the past?
He has. That's what
in recent history.
That's what Danny's been talking about, and he said that they didn't even address it. Like, and also Danny put a video out. You know, Danny's the source for all real Joe Budden content and breakdowns. You're not getting the deep dive over here. Like, you're getting surface level critiques and evaluations on this side.
Funny jokes.
Funny joke. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna point out the funny part. But Danny from the Stop is where you get the actual information.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was breaking that down, and QueenzFlip was on another live, like niggas do.
Yeah.
And he pretty much addressed it. He was saying I was off, and I don't have to go to every show, which sounds like some.
It's an interesting cop out.
Yeah,
like niggas in the contract. Nigga, I don't have to do this.
Yeah, so it was kind of interesting. And then Danny was like, well, what stopped you going from your other off days? And as soon as Danny said that, I was thinking, nigga, what stopped you? Why are you going on your off day? That's what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas pay time off for a reason.
Right, yeah. But I guess if you ain't got time off, I mean, if you ain't got shit else to do.
What's the point?
Why not? I guess you might as well show up if you ain't got shit else to do. But
2 hours, nigga.
Yeah, I was thinking the complete opposite. So who knows? But I just know even in the Reddit, bro. I mean, Danny's been making a lot of videos because this is happening a lot right now. And the Reddit has been posting a lot of it. QueenzFlip, the contract negotiation. I'm tired of the contract negotiation storyline on Joe Budden Network.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it because it's like the storyline seems to last fucking forever.
Like, how long do contracts even, like, how long does a month last? Like, because when I heard about it, it was a month. But then you was like, nah, nigga, it's like it's 3 months.
That's what
So
I'm
I'm
saying.
like, nigga,
bro, it seems
that's
like
4
it's a
months.
never-ending storyline, and I'm just so tired of this storyline. And one of the clips that I did see in the Reddit, QueenzFlip was like about to allude and start talking about the contracts again. And this was like, you gonna give us a 20-minute breakdown? And he was like, oh, are we gonna podcast? And he was like, oh, no, we're gonna podcast. He said, all right, I just wanted to stop you before you started. You know what I'm saying?
Was
Like,
it a little passive aggressive?
it was on some like homie shit. Like, shut the fuck. Just it's time to shut the fuck up. Like, we've made a segment out of every show about your contract. I am done with that shit. Like,
yeah.
Signed this motherfucker already.
yeah, because to be fair, it's like I've seen Ish and them and Joe have arguments about the contract, but this was all wrapped up in one legendary episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was one legendary episode where the nigga Ish took his shirt off. He was so offended at what Joe said. Like,
Jesus Christ.
you know what I'm saying?
It was
Like,
bound to happen.
yeah, where that was maybe almost a year ago. Actually, that might have been one of my favorite Ish moments because the nigga Joe said, he pretty much alluded to the fact that you get paid entry level. This is an entry level position that you're hired for. And he was
it's
like,
a seasonal job.
Yeah, do you remember that? I don't know if y'all remember that clip, but he was like, this is an entry level position. And Ish was like, can't no nigga walk in here and do what I do on the mic. And the nigga was so mad. Like, he took his hoodie off. It was like, it was up at that point. I was like, what the fuck?
Is that true?
What?
Can't nobody walk in here and do what Ish does on the mic?
I don't watch enough to know. I think that was an overextending. I think he is good at conversation and shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's like an overextension as well of his skill set. I just think he's not an awkward person and he has at least base level communication. I would say Ish has above base level communication. You know what I'm saying?
Can't nobody come in here and do what I do.
On this mic, essentially. And I was like, man, this is crazy. I don't watch Joe Budden enough to, but hey, whatever. Who gives a fuck? He believes it, so I believe it now. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta see it to believe it.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying this back and forth where Joe Budden's fucking gaslighting niggas, calling this position entry level and this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the midst of contract negotiation, fuck the nigga.
You ain't even
you're replaceable, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You're not even a cashier, you're a baggy.
Yeah, so I just thought that was funny. That might have been one of the like most legendary moments, but that was one episode I remember.
Yeah.
So it's like this QueenzFlip shit, nigga. Y'all been in contract negotiations for a long time. I don't care no more. Nobody cares. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing that I had on here.
Goodness gracious. Hey, man, yeah, shout out to Flip, man.
Yeah.
Nigga out here hustling, man.
Another thing, fake bell. Another thing, I just put a clip in here on Reddit. No Jumper has been, man, Tasha K was the last good thing they had. There's nothing going on over there right now. Again,
It's a vacant lot.
Oh,
God
man, it's a
damn it.
vacant lot. There's not even lot. They don't even have no lot listers over there. It's bad over there right now.
Ain't even no bitches selling.
Damn.
No, it's bad, bro. And then the only thing that I saw from the last week of, because I consume No Jumper content through Point and Shoot and Reddit. I'm not watching no full content over there no more. It's just for what? You know, there's nothing good over there.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I saw in the last week of what was trending and hot on Reddit was Adam being fake ethical, trying to act like he wouldn't expose somebody for being gay. That was the only funny thing that I saw. And I was like, wow, this nigga, he really just be trying to act like
Nigga forgot.
you didn't do the whole house phone thing. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, that's not even, house phone ain't gay. He just he liked to do freaky things. Isn't that what
he kissed a woman that wasn't a woman?
But what did
That's kind of what it was. Yeah, it wasn't even no it really it wasn't even no like it was just who knows what happened. Honestly,
what
weren't
did that
there.
one
Who
nigga
gives a
say?
fuck?
Superman. Dwight Howard. He was like, I'm not gay, I just get freaky. Something along those lines. I'm not gay, I just get a little freaky sometimes.
Yeah. I just get ahead of myself.
I just get a little freaky sometimes.
Yeah, that's essentially what House Phone said. So here goes Adam being fake. Here goes Adam being fake ethical.
If people might just have horrible results from their life, like if somebody came on the podcast and said Desto Dub is gay, it might be kind of like irresponsible for me to run that knowing that it would have a negative impact on your life or whatever, and I don't want to fuck over somebody who's always been cool with me. Sure. But, okay, snip out that part. Put out the...
though?
I'm sorry. Donnie's gay. People might just have horrible results from their life.
Donnie's got Dutch.
Yeah. But yeah, when I saw that, that was literally the only interesting thing I think I saw on Reddit in the entire week, where I was like, oh, wow.
And they're using gay as a derogatory
Right.
term.
Right. Yo, that's all. I mean, that's literally all I had. So it really wasn't much.
Yeah, everybody knows this nigga isn't ethical.
Yeah, we all know this.
He cucked his wife.
Right, we know this. So
that's just business.
I think we hit the big bullet points.
I think that's how he rationalizes it. At least I got paid from it.
He's emotionally he's broken on the inside. It's bad.
You could tell.
He was already a little broken. I think he's fucked.
I think he prefers damage. I think some niggas are so used to trauma that it's like that's the comfort zone.
Low key, actually, this is a segment. Low key, Adam 22 got a little Joe Budden in him in terms of like they say Joe Budden like to ruin shit when things are going good. Adam has been through at least 3 regimes, 3 different generations of no jumper content.
Yeah.
And it's because every time that generation catches real traction, before this is the most public one that we saw, I would say.
Yeah.
Breakup, but all the other breakups, they all say it's all because of Adam. So they almost got a little bit of that similar to each other. When shit's going too good for too long, they figure out a way to sabotage it.
But a lot of them, I get what you're saying. But with the recent breakup, a lot of their points was like, we're not getting paid enough, but it's like, them niggas was making,
$5 grand.
You know,
$5 grand there, 10 grand on their thing. It's like,
hey, bro, what are you talking about?
What the fuck is the issue, man? Yeah, you have your own thing that's untapped. Getting 10 grand from a month at least, or 8 grand, and then you're making another 5, 6 over here. What are we complaining about, for real? And on top of that, the biggest thing is because the content was actually good and everybody liked everything about that time period that was going on, is that they were able to sell a product and push a product a lot more, like as a side quest. Like Blasey is a clothing designer and shit like that.
Yeah.
He was constantly booked, making new design, dropping new little ashtrays, ash on me, ash. You know what I mean? Like they were able to push product, I would say.
He was a memorabilia madman.
Yeah,
able to funnel it through.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because the overall culture was, I might have bought some Blasey shit just because I was fucking with it, even though I was never really a Disconnected fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll fuck with Blasey.
But it's like he promoting it, he wearing it.
I fuck with Blasey. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm fucking with the era. Y'all got 3-4 shows I'm fucking with. Why not buy some Blasey shit? It's only $40, $80, or 60, 50 or whatever.
Shit.
For a champion hoodie?
His shit do be all over the place, though.
For a champion hoodie with a logo on it?
I'll do 40 max. But he would sell like ashtrays and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like little like random pieces. Like he sold like
100% hip rolling papers.
Shit like that. You know. So, but it was like, I don't even think, if somebody started a clothing line right now on fucking No Jumper, nobody gives a fuck.
Yo, Brick Baby got a clothing line. You ain't see that?
He does?
Yeah, man.
Nobody
Look it
gives a
up.
fuck.
Brick Baby has a clothing line, nigga.
Damn.
How long has
it's
that
no
been
point.
established?
It's no point.
Yeah, nah.
But
I can imagine what that looks like.
It's blue. It's black. Well, he was wearing a black shirt, but it had like,
Like hood niggas design clothes.
like
Oh, you know what? I think I might have seen that.
it was in like
I
the
might have
little
seen that.
graffiti
Yeah.
font. You
I'm
know?
not
Did it
wearing-
come with
I'm not wearing no
man-made bullet
graffiti, though.
holes?
Ain't even look like it looked like a cool shirt, but I wouldn't wear it.
Honestly, no Jumper merch looks fucking terrible too. Like it just be like, who wants to wear that? Like the No Jumper merch does not look good at all. To me, some people like it. I think it looks terrible.
And the merch around the company, it all,
Can you develop that culture?
yeah, you know what I mean. Doesn't make sense.
We gotta have the right executives
We
and
gonna develop
coaches in
that culture.
place.
We gonna develop that culture. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna develop that culture. Shit,
2024, y'all, get ready.
we're gonna develop these fucking Patreon videos. It's a lot of development coming.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
a lot
what
of
I mean?
development, man.
Speaking of development, this development has ended. You know what I mean? This development, these construction workers are tired.
Yeah, you developed to the end of this podcast.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all for listening as always. You know what I mean? Y'all took time out of y'all day, you know what I mean, to take care of your kids just to listen to us. You might be taking care of your kids listening to us. That's
Yo, this one dude,
responsible.
DMD, he was like, when specifically about LOY, but he said he a fan of all the content. He was like, when I watch y'all, everybody in my house knows not to touch me.
For real?
Don't come in this room. He
'Cause
was
I'm
like,
locked in.
LOY's on.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's fire.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
right.
shit,
Like, yeah, nigga. Say, yo.
He treated us like Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah,
Right. Facts.
Baby, where's my nachos with my dip?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all hit the bell. Go down, check out the Patreon. It's $5. You know, you don't got $5, nigga. You get $5, nigga. Broke ass nigga.
Yeah, you get the pre-show, and that's where
you go same.
Y'all might have got. I don't know how long the pre-show. I don't even know how long this episode is, but yeah, make sure y'all do that. Follow us on Instagram.
Haven't watched the last video? Do that. Follow us on Instagram, LOI the show, Menace Material 3 Watch all the channels. It's been good. It's been great.
All the yeah.
You know, mom, dad, granddad, niece, nephew, do all that. Share it. Yeah.
Or dislike it. I'm your classmate, Togo.
Jay Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
Hit that bell, AJ.
Low